Astros in 6. You thought there would be a split, and the Nationals would introduce themselves not only to the baseball world, but the casual viewing fan. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, may I introduce you to the Washington Nationals. Max Scherzer.
Hello.
Meet Mr. Zimmerman. Meet
Hola.
Mr. Rendon. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't, if whether you want to call him Mr. or not, because he's not 21 years old.
Wow.
Please say hello to Juan Soto. 3 for 4, 3 RBI, a home run and a double, while his knees were knocking at his first home plate appearance for his first World Series at bat. 5-4. Nationals win in Texas in Game 1 of the World Series. Good morning and Merry Wednesday to you. It is your opening drive. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, the Golden Hoser producing for us on the radio side. Jason Pohl producing for you on ProView Networks. Wow, huh? Hell of a performance.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's no way when you're starting Scherzer in Strasburg, the Astros are going to roll through you. Yes, they were heavy favorites, but this was not going to be, hey, thanks for coming, Washington. We'll see you later. You saw that last night. Juan Soto is a star. As much as we talk about the Astros, deservedly so, this is the next face. This is the guy that's going to get people to watch, that is going to entertain people. He's boisterous. He's all over the place in the box, but he gets the job done. A huge game from him. You had Oldie but Goodie, of course, Ryan Zimmerman going deep, and Garrett Cole. His pitches look good going in. They look good going out for their Nationals.
Boy, they went out in a hurry. And, you got deep into Max Scherzer's pitch count early. And you had to figure advantage Astros. They had a lead, and they were going to get into that bullpen. They had a lead, and they got into that bullpen, but the Nationals got at Garrett Cole. Ryan Zimmerman's home run, I thought, was really big just to get him started. And Juan Soto was terrific last night, and the Astros did not come up with clutch hits. And it was the team from the East Coast, the visitors from D.C., who came up with the clutch hits last night. Astros, aside from Springer last night, right? Really, really no clutch hits.
Yeah, they had at bats. You look at situations where Scherzer was able to get Bregman early in the game through some of his best pitches to Alex Bregman, and then the Astros, it's a little bit of a change. You can't put Yordan Alvarez back out there. Like, that's 1 for 24 now or something.
Well, as good as his regular season,
he's probably going to be like the AL Rookie of the Year.
Right.
But that's a lineup change. They need to just try to spark something.
Where do you go?
Because you're just going to have to drop in one of the veterans, like Marisnik or Reddick. It's not going to be flashy. It's not going to be like, wow, Alvarez, the young talent. But you just got to try to do something at the bottom of the lineup, because everything right now for the Astros, hey, get you to the World Series, it's no problem. It is all Springer, Altuve, Gurriel. Bregman is really yet to get going offensively.
No, he's struggling. He's flat out struggling. All right, want to get you in today because there's a lot to do. 2460610 will be the Quan's Auto Care hotline. 888-922-0610. Your emails will come into us today. Jeff at 610knml.com or JJ at 610knml.com. I know I've been teasing Adam Deal. Is he coming in today? 9:15? Has he told you he's not?
No.
Is he in town?
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm just, I know he was all
fired
Talked to him
on Monday.
All right. He was all fired about going on the road.
Yeah,
so.
I think that was if they were in El Paso.
Okay. All right. So he is here and he's
2-day turnaround. A lot of people trying to get to California. They're like, oh, this is going to take a hit to the wallet.
Yeah. All right. So Adam Deal coming up at 9:15.
But shout out to the people that made the trek.
Are there a lot of people going?
I don't know if there's a lot, but there's a surprising number. Even 2-day turnaround, and you look at the tickets to the flights just to get to Sacktown.
It's not cheap. Sacramento's not cheap. You can fly into the Bay Area for a little less expensive, but still not cheap, and then drive over. But you'll get a big old watch party tonight down at Civic Plaza. 8:30 kickoff today. It's the first ever playoff game for New Mexico United at Sacramento Republic, and I know we'll get into that a little bit as well. But if you got thoughts on the big playoff match tonight, let's go. I want to hear from you. Got so much to do. So much. JB White, the Santa Fe High 6'7" and probably growing it. He's only at 16 years old. Stud player, commits to play for the University of New Mexico yesterday. Basketball, we'll get into what that means. We're going to get into a lot of NFL stuff, a lot of movement. We really didn't break into it yesterday, and there's so much stuff I wanted to get into from Sunday that we did not get into yesterday. And then we got to get into, Bob Davie was with us, was that Monday?
Monday, yeah.
Monday. Pretty much told us that Tavaka was going to be the quarterback, right?
Yes. In a roundabout way, he got to Tavaka by him saying, there's a chance.
Yeah. Well, he said, yeah, I mean, Tavaka's probably going to be our guy, right? And yesterday at his press conference, he has dropped the bomb probably too much to say Sharon Jones was suspended indefinitely.
Well, it was a shocking moment because we heard of anything going on with Sharon. Don't know what it is, but that answers the quarterback question.
Yeah, if there was a question, I think it answers the question who's number 2, and will you see Trey Hall? And at some point, I think we're going to, and I'm going to go over that 3.5 that I told you at the beginning of the season on how many quarterbacks will we see this year, right?
I remember that now.
Yes,
Take
3.5 over under now.
Interesting, yeah.
Which way are you going?
Now,
5 games, 6 games left. 5 games, 6 games, 5 games left.
because Trey Hall's going
At some
to see
point,
action at some point.
At some point, does he get a snap? I just, put the over under at 4.5. Injury suspensions were all part of the equation, weren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't
The unexpected part to me was the suspension.
There wasn't a qualifier on it.
No.
It was, and Brent Hughes got hurt. Look, I don't know what the situation is any more than the majority of you do. I thought it was a little ominous. And when Bob said something that it's not football related, or it was when he tried to explain that, it didn't really make sense to me. Now I wasn't able to get there yesterday. I had a bunch of meetings yesterday afternoon, and it's this time of year I don't get to a lot of luncheons. But I did listen to it. Did you listen to it as well?
Yes.
All right. So what he tried to explain why or not why. Did it make sense to you?
No, that's why coaches like to leave this at no comment.
Right.
To say he's suspended indefinitely, and we'll leave it at that. And then so you don't get into like weird, awkward, what's going on. You don't want to say too much, but then, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm not really sure. I understand, and I guess it's not for us to understand. I mean, I know sometimes the public thinks they need to know everything about everything, and probably they don't. Obviously, to me, and maybe it's not fair. So let me rephrase that, because it's not obviously to me. It's a feel of it was some sort of obviously an off-field. This feels like an attitude kind of a thing to me, right? Playing the musical quarterback thing, and he got pulled. And do you know at all? And I know they said it was really good during camp, the relationship between Sharon and Tavaka.
Not personally.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know what kind of rivalry there is. When I heard this yesterday, I started thinking, well, that's kind of weird then, right? A week before, Tavaka didn't want to go in when he was asked, and he's like, no, it's Sharon's deal. Like, he didn't want to stir the apple cart, right? Like everybody's kind of behind Sharon. And then the week later, they make the move mid-game, and well, later than mid-game, certainly. And they make the move, and I think Sharon's getting way too much. I mean, he threw 1 touchdown pass. It wasn't a great pass or great. I mean, he threw a touchdown pass, and it was terrific. I mean, wonderful.
Tavaka did.
Tavaka did, yeah. I don't know that Tavaka played great, but okay, so he's your guy going forward. They made a change again. I just wonder if the musical quarterback thing is wearing on them. Now, I'm not going to put the total blame on the coaches if that's the case, because neither one of these guys has grabbed the job. Both of them have had an opportunity to seize the moment and grab the job and make it theirs, right?
Yes.
I don't know that I feel – because I pick a quarterback and go with him. I think they're trying. I really believe that this coaching staff has tried to pick a quarterback and stay with it. I just don't feel like either quarterback has taken the job and said it's mine and made this a clear-cut deal. So I just got a text, who cares? I think people care. But
Okay.
it's a weird deal. It's a weird, like, isn't it kind of, with the suspension now? At this time?
It's never a good time to get suspended, and you just, until we know, it's gonna be hard to react. Was it an emotional response to something? Was it something that happened off the field that wasn't football related? And then you just start running through all those things. But we do know is Sharon Jones, indefinite suspension. It's gonna be Tavaka Tuiyoti's game, and we'll see if he can put together some consistency. And with his confidence, it's not just himself, but both these guys probably been looking over their shoulder as well.
Yeah.
And, okay, Trey Hall comes into the mix, but I don't know how willing they're going to be to go to Trey Hall because it's the easiest thing to say as a coach saying, hey, I like our guys. I like the way they prepare, confident in all these quarterbacks until they're out there on that field. And like, are we really ready for this?
Yeah. I don't know that you go to Trey Hall as like a relief. I think it goes to Trey Hall as an emergency or a blowout thing.
And then the thought that I had, not so much the frustration between the two players, but I thought maybe they're just frustrated with the coaching staff.
And that can be too. All right, 2460610. Come on in today, 888-922-0610. We'll talk more about that. Big get for Lobo basketball. United play tonight. And I want to get into some of the NFL stuff over the weekend. We just flat out never got to it yesterday, and including what I think was, of all the losses this year, probably the most brutal loss of all of them. And that includes all those Lions losses. It wasn't one of those. It's the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is now 7:11 here on a Wednesday morning. Let's take a look at that traffic here. This report is sponsored by Chili's. 3 for $10 now delivered. Right now we have just a minor crash on eastbound I-40 near 12th Street. Both cars are in the left shoulder. Slight delays happening there. Chili's delivery means you can get Chili's 3 for $10 wherever you are in just a few taps, which makes everywhere you go a Chili's. So hi, welcome to your house or your office or the meat lover section of your in-laws vegan barbecue. Chili's.com/delivery. Together we Chili's. And if you see an accident, make sure to give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
The Dan Patrick Show.
The replay of instant replay is not helping things. I'll watch something, I'll go, oh, you'll overturn it. And then I keep thinking, what am I seeing? I would prefer they took replay out. I don't think they know what they're doing. I keep thinking there's some guy there having Doritos and having a soda, and then they go, hey Tommy, look at the pass. Yeah, nothing to see there. And then he goes back to, watching a movie.
Weekdays at 1, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Glasheen, Fayez, and Inderman Injury Lawyers. When you have one chance to get it right, call the attorneys that deliver proven results. Visit us at gvilaw.com or call right now, 505-243-7200.
When you gotta be somewhere, it's like really urgent. You don't want to do it over the phone. Some things just can't be said with an LOL or an OMG. Some things just need to be done IRL. So you get in your Nissan Altima and drive. Feel the VC turbo engine instantly react to give you more power and efficiency, so you can get where you need to go.
Hey, Eric. What are you doing here?
Like.
Huh?
Your social post. I liked it.
Oh, thank you. There's a button for that, right?
I do.
The Nissan Altima, now offering the most tech-advanced engine in its class. This is tech that helps you be there. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility. Auto-Pacific segmentation. 2020 Altima Platinum versus latest in-market competitors in the premium midsize class. Available feature. World's first production variable compression turbo engine launched by Nissan Motor Company Limited in 2018.
When it comes to your health, what does delivering more mean? It means delivering more of the best and brightest, the state's only academic and research-based medical center. It means delivering more for families. It means adding technology, expanding services, making medical advancements, and reaching a higher level of care. Delivering more means access to New Mexico's only Level 1 trauma center, more area locations, and more personalized services. UNM Health. Delivering more.
You wouldn't settle when shopping for a home. Don't settle when shopping for your mortgage. If you've received a quote you aren't happy with, you don't need to go out of state for a second opinion. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is New Mexico's premier mortgage lender, offering more mortgage programs than any other local lender. And with Kirtland FCU, you'll never have to send a payment out of state. We're your local home loan lender. Head to kirtlandfcu.org/home loan and compare for yourself. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. We're more than military. We're for life. An equal housing lender. Approval based on creditworthiness and other factors. Membership eligibility applies. See representative for complete details.
Why are more New Mexicans trusting Beehive Homes to care for their aging loved ones?
Anybody can
helped shower or address someone, but to do it with your whole heart, with your whole soul, that is what makes the difference.
You expect your loved one to be safe. At Beehive Homes, they'll also be loved. See the heart of what makes Beehive Homes the place where love and dignity are more than words. Go to beehivehomesnm.com or call 587-4700. Beehive Homes, the next best place to home.
Upgrade your commute with Audible. Get 100% ad-free listening anytime, anywhere with the Audible app. Be inspired by Mel Robbins' Take Control of Your Life, Malcolm Gladwell's Talking to Strangers, and Rachel Hollis's Girl Stop Apologizing. Or listen to Stephen King's latest thriller, The Institute, on your commute. Use the app to hear an amazing story or learn something new, and let Audible give you the edge. Start a free 30-day Audible trial today, and your first audiobook is on us. Visit audible.com.
Discount travel sites say they have the best prices, but Hilton.com has the price match guarantee. Look me in the eye. If you find a better rate, they match it and take 25% off.
Last spot.
Well, this is radio, so just stare at the radio. Hilton.com has the best prices. Pinky swear. Or, radio swear. Plus, you can choose your exact room and get free Wi-Fi. Cross my heart, stick a needle in my radio. Expect better. Expect Hilton.
Must be a Hilton Honors member. Applicable terms and conditions at Hilton.com. Pinky swear.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Oh, just wait. Just wait. Teenage girl drama? Oh, you just wait. How's your daughters? Your daughter?
15 and 13.
So you're in the world of teenage girl drama.
Yeah, for the most part, but it's actually been kind of on the down low.
Do you ever get and she said, and then this happened, and then I didn't do it, but she said I did this, and then any of that,
the stories, especially from the 15-year-old, when she tells the stories, it's like, get to the point.
Then I was standing on campus the other day and watching the boys walk by, like probably 10th, 11th grade boys. I'm telling you, the boy said like. I had to be 10 times in one sentence. And I went over and he was like this and I was like this and then I didn't know what to do and I was like this and then they went and yeah.
Well, when you're a teenager, that's how you talk.
Yeah.
I understand.
And that's probably the hardest thing when you're listening to them when they use those certain words and you're like,
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, 24606.
But they think they're cool.
How long it took me to just take a few of those out of my vocabulary.
It's hard.
And a broadcaster.
Yeah, no, it's hard. And somebody, it honestly, it hurts when someone points out those crutch words, but it helps. Yeah. It hurts to go, really, I'm doing that? Sometimes you don't know how many times you say in a sentence. Or, right?
Ooh, that's the worst.
No, is a big one. You know is a big one. Oh. All right, 2460610, come on in. Hello, Larry, how you living?
I'm doing good, Jeff, JJ, and Hoser. Just wanted to call in and talk about the hot topic of the week, I guess, or maybe as the season goes on, the hot topic of the hour of Lobo football. The Fire Davy camp is got their bonfire stoked up, and they're getting their torches all lit up and everything like that, and I can totally understand it that the frustrations there, that back to back to now what it looks like back to back, losing seasons. And, it's easy to judge a program just strictly on wins and losses. But at least at the college level, I think it's a whole lot more than that. Yes, that's the easiest barometer or indicator of what the health of the program is. But looking at it from the business perspective, which is, I think, what gets lost in all of this, is the program, is at or near the bottom. I mean, it's been said on your show by Eddie. It was said on your show by Eddie, or not on your show, but during the infamous cuts of programs last year that our institutional support is low overall for athletics. We have more teams than the majority of the league, and as far as athletics, there's the Title IX issue.
There's a lot of issues, Larry.
There's so many factors that the tight budgets that not only football but every one of the programs operate on. I would say comparatively to the rest of the conference. And I don't know basketball nearly as well as I do football, because I grew up playing football in high school, and you got a chance to play Division III for a year in California. Had a teammate of mine walk on here at UNM, convinced me, hey, come home, walk on and play here. So I challenged myself and did that, and I got to see what big-time college football was from a player's perspective, and that was during the Franchione era, and it was amazing. And I have no regrets about my experience.
All right, so Larry, from the business angle, I mean, you brought up the business angle. You feel it's healthy? Do you feel it can get healthier if they make a move? Do you feel that the head coaching? Let's not even put head coaching. Do you feel the record, the constant losing, is part of the woes from the business side?
Absolutely.
Sure.
I believe strongly that the team, the program, is performing proportionate to what the financial support they get from the state.
So you don't think they're underperforming on the field? You don't think they should be better than 3-7, 3-7, 2 and what are we 4? 2-4 now, and struggling?
No,
2-5.
No,
2-5.
I believe from an effort standpoint, from the coaches to the players,
all right,
they're getting the most out of what they have, and where their shortcomings are coming, is particularly in the last few years, is the investment in nutrition, the advancements in nutrition that, fumbles and offsides and false starts and personal fouls and stuff like that, those momentum killing mistakes or bad, forced throws that are interceptions.
Yeah.
Those are exhausted kids that at the beginning of a game, maybe they don't make those mistakes, but as the game goes on, and they're fueled by Chick-fil-A and Chipotle and et cetera or whatever. And other teams have, a true training table with,
right,
I don't know about a gourmet chef, but they have, the four food groups and not, deep fried chicken.
Right.
And
I got it. Okay, so wrap it up. So what's your point? I mean, where are we going? So better food's going to lead to less false starts? Is that? I mean, because I agree with you to the point where they're funded at a level. They're performing at their funding level, right? If they're 9th or 10th in the league, they're performing at the bottom of the league, and understood. So you don't think necessarily a change in coach is going to be the difference. It's got to be a change in commitment. It's got to be a change in money. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
And it's crystal clear that Coach Davies, on his way out, if you listen to the majority,
right,
and I'm obviously in the minority. At the same time, I'm a Lobo fan. I'm a Lobo alumni. Whoever they choose to replace him, if and whenever that happens, if the commitment doesn't change,
then nothing
it'll
will
be
change.
It'll cycle again.
Fair.
They'll have a few years where the fans are excited, but if they start stringing together 2-8 and 2-8 and 3-9 or whatever, they'll be wanting him out too.
Yeah, Larry. All right, got it. No, I appreciate the call, and thank you very much. Look, the perspective's not totally erroneous. All right. And you talk about how long is long enough, and how long can you sit with the same results? 3-8, 3-8, whatever we're looking at now. He's not wrong on they're eating Chick-fil-A or they're eating Chipotle. Now, I don't know if that leads to more false start penalties or more illegal procedures or whatever.
I think a lot of teams, though, on trips are eating meals like that.
Well, sure,
like
after game.
Airplane.
Oh, absolutely they are. No, well, sure. When you're leaving town, everybody's getting some sort of meal that you can box up and give it to them when they get on the plane. Yeah. No, I think he's talking about routinely during the week. I'm struggling thinking that's now his point is, and his point is not totally wrong. His point is no matter who comes in here, if the commitment continues to be low, and that's financial, then why would you expect a better result on the field?
And that's fair. But also, what you have to look at is say, if there's a change, what usually happens? And it kind of goes back to yesterday's conversation on facilities.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, well, you weren't saying that when you were hired, Doug Martin. No one says that in an opening press conference.
Right. Yeah, I'm coming in and taking this job, and we got to feed our kids better.
But we have sucky facilities. I do not like the commitment. Like, no one says that, guys. And we all know that's a game. It's you drop the cliches. You're excited to be a head coach. You say all the things that you're going to work hard on and change that aren't necessary the reality. But what you're hoping in moments like that is you create a new energy, you create a buzz to where you can get that little bit of a boost, maybe turn around some results, and thus get a commitment. It's not one thing or the other. A lot of it's timing. And you hope it's good timing with winning and then financial commitment.
So let's play his scenario out. Larry's a big Davey guy, but he says he thinks Bob's on the way out. You bring someone else in. Does that – now, I don't think automatically that means more people buy in, there's more support. But you bring in somebody who comes in, not Loxley, put another digit on the scoreboard, but I'm in this community. Maybe some of the community's familiar with. Somebody that is out there like Ray is, like – Chris Jans is, like even Paul is, right? And is touching people and garnering support. Does that right away next year make people come back rejuvenated, reinterested, reinvested in your program?
You're going to get an initial bump, yes.
Okay. And then you got to win. And then you got, no matter what they're eating during the week, then you got to beat Liberty, and you got to beat San Jose State. And you got to beat New Mexico State, and you got to beat a down Colorado State. Yeah, then at some point you got to win. Hey, I know you see these vehicles around town with the initials IPS on them. Do you know who they are? International Protective Service. That's the security company I trust to watch my home. I'm a big, big, big supporter of the police, but they don't have enough officers to respond quickly to all the home break-ins and all the alarms that go off around this town. What good's an alarm if nobody's going to show up? IPS shows up, typically within 5 to 7 minutes of alarms going off, often less, with armed, trained security personnel. Hundreds of homeowners and business owners in Albuquerque and Santa Fe rely on IPS to protect their property. If you've got a trip coming up, IPS can patrol your home. The holidays are coming up. You're going to have stuff on the patio. You're going to have stuff delivered. IPS can patrol your home. Call them at 897-2420. 897-2420. Go to IPSglobal.com. Those vehicles you see in your neighborhood, I mean, someone on your street refuses to be a victim of property crime. Do not wait until something bad happens. Let IPS secure what's valuable to you. Call them at 897-2420.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rawlins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
green. And keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits and not just a job at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry.
Lobo Talk today on your radio. Robert Portnoy, Bob Davey will have it for you 7 o'clock here on the Sports Animal. What's that?
A lot to talk about.
There'll be a lot to talk about. Yes, there will. It's the opening drive. We're on ProView Networks. You can watch the program on ProView Networks Comcast Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico. Also on ProViewNetworks.com on their social media platforms, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. You can go to our Facebook page, The OD in the AM, and you can watch it there. Mike replied to Larry on the email. Says, Jeff, I wish I could live on Chipotle and Chick-fil-A. When you're paying for stuff out of your own pocket, lunch is a $1.50 Costco hot dog and a Coke. It's from Mike. Yep, perspective. But that's what it is. Bourne says on Sharon Jones, Jeff, this reminds me of a few years ago, a trip to 7200 in Laramie. Level football was just hoping B.R. Holbrook could make it through the game because the backup quarterback was Flash.
I think there's more to Trey Hall than we've got to see.
Well, at least they tell us that.
Yeah. Like, he's someone, at least if you watch practice, that fortunately hasn't meant anything for the quarterback. So you see, okay.
Yeah.
Big kid, I think he's 6'4", athletic.
Would you guess Bryson Carroll in some sort of option package would be the contingency plan? Bob said yesterday.
Down to 3?
Yeah, he said we'll have a contingency plan if they both go down or something because you have to.
Yes.
Would you guess would be Bryson?
Put him under center, run the wishbone.
Yeah, it would be some sort of Bryson Carroll. I mean,
let's go.
Would you guess that?
Yes.
If I was to say who's your emergency quarterback,
that might actually be their best offensive option.
It might be Bryson Carroll running an option. I don't know. I'm just
could be a lot of fun.
Flat out, total stab in the dark guess. I don't know. John,
run the Air Force offense.
John gone. Didn't you put
Bryson
John on hold?
Carroll.
I just went to take John's call.
I'm down.
What'd you do to him? Is that what you want to see?
Yeah.
Bryson Carroll running the option. All right, it'll be Hawaii in town, and that's Saturday out. That's 2:00.
2:00, yeah.
2:00 homecoming.
Kick off.
All right. Richard says, Jeff, do you remember ever so many NFL teams this early in the season? And JJ's Broncos are apparently one of them. Manuel Sanders got sent to the San Francisco 49ers yesterday. It sounds like the Niners wanted Mohamed Sanu. Instead, they get Emmanuel Sanders.
Wait, you want a second-round pick for those guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. San Francisco sends a third and a fourth-round pick to Denver. So it's next year's fifth-round pick. And that's what you got for him. So a third and a fourth. It's kind of weird because maybe it's later in his career, and I guess Sanu's more at the peak of his career right now.
Well, one's 30, 132.
All right.
The difference is contracts. Emmanuel Sanders is a free agent after this.
He is. So and he's got 10 games left on his contract. Yeah.
So you're getting 10 games out of him as opposed to Sanu, I'm going to assume, is not a free agent right after this season. That's not tanking. It's NFL teams more and more realizing the value of acquiring picks.
Except for the Rams.
Or, in the Rams case, they trade for known established players.
Right.
Brandon Cooks,
right.
Jalen Ramsey. While they don't have a lot then after that, they get
free agents,
players and guaranteed deals in it. And trading Emmanuel Sanders is not tanking. It's like you're not any good anyway. They're not all of a sudden like, ooh, they're 15-point underdogs around Emmanuel Sanders.
Although tanking for Tua wouldn't be a bad idea for them. But you're right. You're right. So they move on. It makes Cortland Sutton's role even bigger. He'll draw a whole lot more attention too, and I'm sure they'll go sign
so much for Joe Flacco and even Drew Lock in the second half of the season.
Well, and that's why it's so hard to evaluate quarterbacks sometimes, right? You're trying to tell me how good or bad Josh Rosen is, or how good Drew Lock's going to be, and then you start looking around and you're like, well, what do they have? Like, I don't know if Luke Falk was any good or not. I'm going to guess he wasn't. But what was he throwing to? Everybody was out, right? I mean,
throwing to Robbie Anderson,
Crowder,
and he had Le'Veon Bell.
Crowder was hurt. Herndon was hurt. Wasn't Le'Veon Bell banged up for 2 of those games that he was in there? He played. He did play.
You're on the field.
All right, fair enough.
Not David Johnson situation.
How about that? What do you do there? What do you do if you're Phoenix or Arizona? I mean, you got David Johnson, who's a stud, and Chase Edmonds, who apparently is also quite the stud.
Well, you worry about his back. Chase Edmonds is going to look mortal this week because they play the New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
And that's life.
So don't play him?
If you have him, you got to play him if they roll David Johnson out.
What about the new guy with who am I looking for with the Lions? Everybody's flavor of the week.
We'll see what Ty Johnson does and if they actually give him
Johnson
full commit. That is running back by committee all over it.
Well, Ty Johnson and J.D. McKissick and whoever else they're going to roll out there.
In Detroit.
Yeah. Detroit basketball. We'll get to basketball in a minute. All right. I want to hit something on Sunday because there have been a lot of, and since we're on the Lions, there have been some brutal endings, right? The way they lost the lead week 1 in Arizona, the way they lost to the Packers, some bad calls. They lost another, what was the other close game they lost? Was it the Bears? The worst loss, like the hardest one to walk into a locker room, has got to be what I watched from the Chargers the other day. And the Chargers over the years have had an incredible knack for losing games that they should have won. In fact, losing games that they apparently had won. And Phillip Rivers takes them all the way down the field. They're down by 3. They're playing who the heck were they playing?
Titans.
The Titans. Yeah, not a great Titans team. They're playing the Titans. And Phillip Rivers takes them right down the field. And they get down. It looks like they scored the go-ahead touchdown, and they're celebrating. It was, I believe it was Austin Eckler. After further review, the runner was down by contact at the 1-yard line. Okay.
Melvin Gordon both times.
It was Melvin Gordon both times? All right. 2 touchdowns from Melvin Gordon overturned. 2 overturned. So what do they do? Give it back to him. I mean, you got Melvin Gordon. Give him the ball. Not only did Melvin Gordon not get in with 9 seconds to go, he fumbled the football in the pile. They didn't even kick the field goal. That was of all the victories that got away. That's why nothing's done. That's why why coaches will challenge if it's down at the 1 yard. You're like, whatever, just bang it in on the next play. Have Tom Brady sneak it over. Well, no, it's never given. That's why coaches will challenge
that quarterback sneak.
Why? What on earth? I mean, can you recall a loss that would be harder to go into the locker room and deal with than that one in a long time?
But that's the most disappointing team in the NFL this season.
Them and the Falcons.
Like the most disappointing team, even more so than the Falcons.
You think so?
Yes, it is the Chargers. Probably even the last decade of all the what-ifs, what could have been, even when they were close in the postseason, and then like LaDainian Tomlinson didn't have a knee left, and Phillip Rivers playing with a torn ACL, and just all the things gone against that franchise. And Rivers is at the point, too, where you can look at the team, he's had some bad moments.
He has.
It's no longer the, Phillip Rivers is getting it done, throwing it downfield. Why is everyone getting hurt? There's the, this guy
what was that
a little bit
no,
old.
That's right. That's absolutely right. No, that's absolutely right. Phillip Rivers is going to go down in the Dan Marino category, although not, and Dan Fouts category, although Fouts went to, no, he did not. Didn't go to a Super Bowl. Didn't win a Super Bowl. Didn't win a Super Bowl. And I think he's good. You can have the Hall of Fame conversation if you want. But that to your point on that franchise, it's unbelievable.
And they're in a terrible spot because there's no excitement.
None.
They don't have a home field.
Nor
what
will
is
they.
their fan base? Even if they move into a new stadium, it's not going to be.
It's people like
Chargers.
Lenny who were out-of-town Charger fans that kind of hold on. Well, I still like the Chargers.
And then you have players, questioning the atmosphere, everything that goes on pregame. It is a mess. It's not getting any better. Have fun, Chargers.
Yeah. All right, Jeff Reuter's going to be with us coming up at 8:30. He writes for The Athletic, and we're going to talk USL playoffs. United at Sacramento today. When we come back, and I want you to get into this because, yes, Sacramento is going into MLS. Not next year, but they are moving into MLS. That will have zero bearing on tonight. Whether that makes you happy or unhappy, it will have zero bearing on tonight. Going to get into why next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is now 7:40. Let's take another look at Wednesday morning's commute. This report is sponsored by Staples. Well, only two minor things to worry about right now. Here this morning, we have a disabled vehicle northbound on Coors at I-40. Last reported it was blocking the right lane. We also had a minor crash on eastbound I-40 near 12th Street. Both cars were on the left shoulder. Staples gives your business more for less. It's where you'll find the best printers at great prices. Right now, get up to $200 off the HP LaserJet Pro 400 series. Staples, for your business, tech, and beyond. In-store only, ends 11/16/19. See store or staples.com/HP 400 series for details. And if you see an accident, make sure and give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute. To get a head start on Halloween, we've decorated our practice lap track in spooky holiday motif. So as Jets quarterback Sam Darnold runs his extra laps following Monday night's frightful fiasco, he can be excused for seeing any ghosts. Coach Adam Gase and the rest of the Jets are also out there, but that might not be much comfort for skittish Sam as they don't seem to be able to protect him. Mitch Trubisky was as flat-footed as Darnold. He turned last Sunday in Chicago into All Saints Day, and bringing up the rear is the Chargers' Melvin Gordon, who had two chances to beat the Titans from the 1-yard line. He got stuffed once and fumbled away his second chance. Normally, the shutout Redskins would be running too. However, I'm cutting them some slack for beating the spread by losing only 9-0. And by the way, don't look now, but both the Bengals and Dolphins are remaining on the track simply because they can't win. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's largest mortgage lender. I've got great news. Mortgage interest rates have dropped. So if you're thinking about buying a home, right now is the time to lock that low rate, even before you find the home of your dreams. With our exclusive Rate Shield approval, the low rate you lock today is protected for up to 90 days while you shop for your new home. With a Rate Shield approval, if rates go up, your low rate stays locked. But if rates go down, you get that new, even lower rate. Either way, you win. Talk to us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com to take advantage. Here's another great reason to work with us. For a record 9 years in a row, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. Again, to lock in today's low mortgage interest rate and get the security of our exclusive Rate Shield approval, call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
For J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com. Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year fixed-rate loans. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. License in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
The Jim Rome Show.
The Sports Animal has been in existence a quarter of a century. This radio station is so amazing. I have been on that station 25 years. I'm really, really grateful for that. Really thankful for that. Albuquerque is a incredible jungle market.
The Jim Rome Show, weekdays at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
We save money for vacations or a new car, but who puts cash away in case the garage door breaks? Nobody? Scott Stigler here. My friend Andy Pomeroy at Windsor Door Sales has you covered. Repair or replace a standard-sized garage door at your home for as low as $10 to $15 a month, or buy it today with no payments and no interest for a whole year. You can afford a nicer door with Windsor Door Sales financing programs. Learn more at WindsorDoorSales.com or call 345-6604. Subject to credit approval.
Leonard Tire and Automotive has helped with Cooper tires, installation, repairs. You should really think about trusting your tire and automotive repair jobs with them. Leonard Tire Automotive been a family-run business. One of the things I like about them, there's never been a hassle with them ever. Leonard Tire and Automotive is also car care. Change your oil almost quick as the quick stops can. They do engine repair, tune-ups, just about anything you need done on your vehicle. Stop by and see old Travis or Don Leonard today at Leonard Tire and Automotive. They're good folks. They really are. Second and Loma, or Eubank and Manal.
It's not about the credit card. It's about experiencing that first flight. It's not about the auto loan. It's about your son's first car. At Kirtland Federal Credit Union, it's not about banking your loans. It's about people. It's about making managing your finances easy so you can spend your time on more important things. Start your journey today at kirtlandfcu.org. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. We're more than military. We're for life.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal opportunity lender. Approval and rate based on creditworthiness and other factors. Membership eligibility required. See a representative for complete details.
Guys, have you found yourself feeling sluggish? Just don't have the energy you used to have? Or do you want to take care of your hair loss? Struggling with erectile dysfunction or weight loss? It's Jeff Siembieda. And fellas, you don't have to struggle anymore. Call New Mail and you can feel like you again. It's not going to go away just by ignoring it. And certainly there's nothing to be ashamed of. Low T, erectile dysfunction, lack of energy, they're all natural when men reach a certain age, but you don't have to accept it. Call New Mail at 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, and you can feel better. Men everywhere have made the call and are enjoying the benefits of New Mail's cutting-edge programs, the latest treatments taking care of low T, lack of energy, depression. New Mail is going to help you feel like you again. Call New Mail 5-652-1688. Right here in Albuquerque, New Mail boasts fantastic success rates. That means guys, maybe like you, are regaining their strength and confidence. If you're suffering from ED, depression, or just flat out tired of being tired, call New Mail at 652-1688 and feel better.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, United tonight, first ever playoff game in franchise history. They will be in California's capital, Sacramento, California. Take on the Republic. Republic were third in the league in attendance, by the way. They average over 10,000 a game.
Very solid market.
Yeah, no, and so you may have heard that Sacramento will be joining MLS, and that is true. Sacramento will be joining MLS. But JJ, it's Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, Hoser, and Jason.
Somos Unidos. He's got his
game gear on. Game day.
He's ready.
Yeah. It has absolutely zero bearing on tonight. Now, whether that makes you happy or not happy, right? If you want to say, oh, we're going to beat an MLS team. No. And you don't have to worry because it's not like they're importing a bunch of MLS players for today. This is a USL team that finished as the 7th seed in the Western Conference of the USL. They're a good USL team, very much like you, with whom you split this year. You went on their pitch, they went on your pitch. But the fact that their franchise is getting moved up or their franchise is moving up, it's got nothing to do with about the players on the pitch tonight. It's got a lot to do about the city, the support, the ownership group, and the money that they've got to be able to get into the MLS.
Exactly. It's a nice storyline for them because they made the announcement this week, a day ahead of the playoff game for them, but you're not going to roll out on the pitch and see a bunch of MLS players on the other side overnight. Just the timing of the announcement, Sacramento being awarded the MLS franchise. And when Jeff Reeder joins at 8:30, I'm interested to ask him, too, like, what is the future of the MLS? Is it just get to 30?
How many are they at now?
I think once, Austin's coming in, Miami, Sacramento, I think they're going to be to like 28.
Are there markets they would like? So there's some good USL markets. Do they want San Diego? who's coming into USL next year? Do they want? Obviously, they wanted Sacramento. Do they want?
San Diego was
San Antonio
pushing hard. That group with London Donovan.
I know
because they were trying to do Soccer City.
Yep,
they just happened to move up north to the capital to get awarded. But I'm interested because relegation's not coming. The model that happens everywhere else is not happening here. So it's how do you sustain a big USL championship, which they made the move to where there's no crossovers. You have two 18-team leagues that play each other. It's a lot like the PCL and ICL.
Would you like to see crossover? Would you like to see and play Rochester, whoever's on the other?
I just don't think it works. If
just too much.
I think with the not necessarily just travel, but when you have that many teams, you play a true round robin with your conference.
34-game schedule, right?
Yeah, 34.
So you play all the other 17 teams twice, home and home.
So I think that works for them, and you have your playoff format, and then you finally see each other in the championship game. If that's the case, just the market for MLS, the expansion of the league, because people are putting a lot of money in these teams. Like there's new teams popping up the last few years. The franchise fee to buy in, I wonder what that is at now. But just the future of these leagues, because there's enough cities that, hey, it is making an impact. We see Sacramento take a step up. Cincinnati did it just a couple years ago as well. So where's it going?
All right, Brant said, Jeff, I was corrected by a fan yesterday when I called this the playoffs. The fan said, contrary to what the useless local media is reporting,
that's a playing game.
This is the pre-playoffs. What's the difference in the USL? This is postseason. And it's a play-in game. So the playoffs, is it considered the next round? This is, you took the top 10 teams in each division out of 18, made the postseason. The top 6 teams received a bye through this round into the playoffs. 7 plays 10, 8 plays 9 in this play-in game to get into that bracket. The winner of this will be the bottom, the 7 seed, right? 7, 10, 8, 9, and we'll play Phoenix, correct?
Mm-hmm. It's the play-in round. They bill it as a play-in round. If you want to get tricky with it and not use the word playoffs, okay. They're in the postseason. Does that work?
Well, it's absolutely postseason. Look,
it's just like the NCAA tournament.
Is that the first 4 or is it a play-in round? You know, everybody wants to utilize the terminology to their specific sport. So we were just having this conversation off the air before the game, right? Do you want to Americanize soccer? Do you have to use soccer terms? Is it the playoffs or is it a play-in round? Is it a field or a pitch, a game or a match, a result or a score? Is it the standings or the table? I mean, put it what you want. I think here's one thing that I think would help bring more people to the game. And if I'm out of line, go ahead and tell me. I think that soccer guy, soccer person, like love your game, and more people are coming to love your game, and I think that's great. But don't be so critical when someone calls it a game instead of a match, or a field instead of a pitch, or they say in the standings instead of the table. Like ease somebody in. Don't jump them like a lot of soccer. You know what I'm saying?
That happened to you. I'm just like,
it does. No, it absolutely
which is
does.
So stupid.
I think it is.
I mix my terminology up. Just one day I might say match, one day I'll say pitch, the field, the game. I'll even do it in the course of a broadcast, just because of what I'm comfortable with. I don't feel like you have to do one or the other.
It's soccer.
It's just what I do
in America, and so there's going to be American pieces to it. It doesn't all have to mirror what goes on overseas. It doesn't. Like the game's great. Your game's exciting. People are catching on. I think what's happened here is absolutely wonderful. It's been great. But just a suggestion. You can tell me to bleep off if you want. Nope, damn it, it's a pitch, and call it a pitch. And
you have to get past that. Like, there's so many, which I think is unfortunate that happens to you for some reason multiple times, because there's so many just good dudes hanging out just like anything else.
No, I think there's good and there's the opposite in every spectrum of life. Yes, absolutely. And I'm not telling you everybody's that way. I'm not. You know, most people who have been super accepting of the novices who are coming on to love their game. I mean,
I think we're getting to the point with some of those people. It's almost riding the Rocks territory.
Is it?
It's getting to the point where those little voices, it's just like,
it might be.
Go away.
Yeah, it might be. I just
like when you just see the atmosphere.
Well, it's like this email, right? No, it's not the playoffs. It's the pre-playoffs. Like, really, let the guy enjoy his game. Like, let him learn and enjoy. Let Brant enjoy. It's a postseason game tonight, right? Is it postseason?
It's the teams that are in the play-in round. They still get to say they made the NCAA tournament.
That's right.
Might not be the first round, but it's
right.
The NCAA
this
tournament.
This isn't the NCAA tournament, JJ. Only 68 teams out of 300 and something make that. 10 out of 18 here.
USL Championship playoffs, and it's a play-in round tonight.
20 out of the 36 teams in the league make the
Go.
postseason. So you got to narrow it down.
Well, that's definitely the American side of
there you go.
soccer.
'Cause everybody makes a playoff. Hey, you get a playoff, and you get a pre-playoff, and you get a pre-playoff.
Everyone's in.
Just saying, man.
You won 16 of your 30 basketball teams in the playoffs.
You are in. All right, we had basketball last night. NBA season started. We'll touch on that as well. Best player in the state commits to play basketball at the University of New Mexico. That's kind of a big deal. Jeff Ruder of the Athletics going to be in at 8:30. We'll talk United and USL. Adam Deal at 9:15. We'll talk high school sports as we're winding her down and getting ready for those are playoffs, right?
30.
In high school football, those would be playoffs?
Playoff.
All right, just want to make sure. And the postseason, is that fair? It's the opening drive. We're on ProView Networks, Comcast Channel 26 across the state of New Mexico, and
20.
on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits and not just a job at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough.
Lobo Talk tonight, Lobo football homecoming against Hawaii on a Saturday. The game, I believe, is on Facebook. We're working on getting Robert, the play-by-play guy from Hawaii, the TV guy who is JJ, my favorite TV play-by-play guy, period, in America. Working on getting him. Garcia says TV for Hawaii. He says, Jeff, I see it's on Spectrum. That's the Hawaii thing. Remember last time Lobo football played Hawaii on Spectrum? It was a mess. Apparently there was a $5,000 to $10,000 right fee. What? And there was no local partners willing to pick up the game. There was talk of viewing party at University Arena, and Lobo Athletics was broke, and even overcharging for cold Lobo dogs and watered down Cokes. They didn't know if they could make enough back to shelling out the what?
Well, because that was a game at Hawaii, and they have Oceanic pay-per-view, which is not picked up by like anyone over here, so that's why it was all confusing and messing the last time these teams played.
I'm pretty sure the game's on Facebook.
So does that mean stadium?
I believe that's right. Yeah, so you can you
Get it through your rabbit ears.
Yeah, but you're going to be there, right?
Yes, I
All right. Yeah, just
be live and in color.
All right, opening drive, Jeff, JJ, Hoser, and Jason's producing for you over on ProView. Hot Take Dougie came in with this breaking news. You see that, how he came in with this? This just in.
Breaking news sounder.
Gave this to me. Do with this what you will. I don't know where this comes from. So you know how there's like National Donut Day, National Bagel Day,
Oh, yes.
National Take Your Dog to Work
Every day is some
National
kind of
Change
national
Your
day.
Tire. All right, today evidently, by whoever the National Day makers are.
All right.
Apparently today is National Slap Your Annoying Coworker Day.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
That's not going to go over
I'm glad
well
none
at
of
all.
us are annoying.
It says there's no word on whether anyone's actually ever taken advantage of the holiday as a chance to slap a coworker, but if you participate in the holiday, you'll almost certainly get fired and might even get arrested. And the internet says, but by saying the internet says it's a holiday, probably will not hold up in court.
But the internet told me to.
So I slapped you.
It was on the internet. Not stadium, just Facebook. How about that, Hoser? Not stadium, according to Frank. Not stadium, just Facebook.
Okay, thank you, Frank.
No, there you go. Frank's on.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, Frank knows all. So there you go. 2460610 if you want to get in today. 888-922-0610. You had NBA last night. Raptors get the biggest rings ever made, I guess, and they beat the Pelicans in overtime. Big night for Pascal Siakam, who fouled out. Kyle Lowry let him down the stretch, so they hold off the Pels in overtime. And then you went to the basketball capital of the world, Staples Center, and watched the Clippers beat the Lakers 112-102 last night in the battle of
I was just oozing greasy hot takes last night. It's game 1 of this season.
Yeah.
Neither team is full. Yeah. They don't quite know their rotations, but that felt like one the Lakers needed to have. You have your two stars,
really?
LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and you still can't beat Kawhi Leonard. I like the Clippers supporting cast better right now. I think they're in a
you
good
have
spot.
all offseason, yeah.
Danny Green was phenomenal. I think Danny Green, Kyle Kuzma are going to fit in perfectly, and then you just play, do we need another big on the floor, do we want to run another guard, and that lineup will be fine. But LeBron James was average last night, and I think that was a moment where all the questions, Shorts, Clippers, it's the Clippers court, you needed to have that game. Like, it could absolutely mean nothing, but you got your two stars, and yet Kawhi Leonard still goes out there, shows that it's his league right now, and he's the best player in this league over LeBron James. Because it was an average LeBron last night. You're 2 stars. Just go out there, win a game.
Yeah.
Show what's up. And he can't get it done.
Yeah, I guess I'm not as concerned as you are.
Not concerned, but
it
it's
would
like,
have been nice to
what?
win. It would have been, but it was a Clippers home game. It was on the Clippers floor. It's hard to go on the road and win in the
It's
NBA.
like Zubac was doing work inside. Mo Harkless was making buckets.
You
in
love
the
you
second
some
half.
Mo Harkless too. You've always loved you some Mo Harkless.
That was my thinking.
Why you
How
gotta
does
be
that
so
work?
Mo Harkless?
With the same building,
What do you mean? How does it work?
I mean, just the feel, because I know both of them share the building, so it's
Yeah.
like
Different lighting and
So we got to move across the hall.
Oh no,
They have
no,
their
they have their own locker rooms. They
Oh,
move
okay.
out of the
So
lo-
that
like
doesn't
them, the
change.
Kings and the Clippers all have their own
You'd
locker.
be shocked in these big arenas how many locker rooms that you could actually have.
Oh wow.
Yeah. 112-102 was the final. Clippers got 30 out of Kawhi. He got booed during the introductions, right? He had like a video intro thanking LA and whatever, and he got booed because there were more Lakers. It will always be a Laker fan. The Clippers are the Chargers, right? That's why I always thought the Clippers should move to Orange County. But now the Clippers want to build their own building in Inglewood, which another crazy brand, because LA just needs another arena. It's amazing how they just add water and they just pop up everywhere. They got
Like
stadiums.
this game, yeah, I'll hedge it. It zero meaning. But last time, like, just win it. You have your 2 stars. Paul George sitting on the sideline, yet you still can't handle Kawhi Leonard. I didn't like. LeBron was just a dude last night. It was just a LeBron game. I thought Anthony Davis was fine, but I was expecting those two to step up in the second half. They went on that run and took the lead, but then, man, the rotation players of the Clippers are better.
Well,
yes, you're getting Kyle Kuzma back, but the pieces fit better right now for the Clippers.
So this will prove your point. This is exactly where you're going. Of the starting 5 for the Clippers, only Kawhi Leonard scored in double figures. He had 30. All 4 guys who played off the bench for LA Clippers, not LA because they're both LA, scored double digits. And Lou Williams came on with 21. Mo Harkless gave him 10. Montrezl Harrell had 17 points, right? So to your point, the guys that they put around.
And that's
Kawhi.
one where Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams are starters. Like, that's a total, hey, we're not going to start these guys,
But
but
they're
they
gonna
play all the minutes.
Yeah, they played. Well, Harrell played 38 minutes, and Lou Williams played 37. So they played. To your point, they played more minutes than the quote unquote starters. Yes. Yeah, Clippers might be better.
But how about the unexpected duo in Toronto? Fred VanVleet, career high 34 points. Siakam 34-18.
And then fell down.
You're going to learn.
Yeah.
This is your team now, Pascal. You can't be fouling out laying games, but still a good performance. Toronto looked better than expected. I really do like this Pelicans team. I think they're on a good path because if Zion pops, those pieces are going to be perfect. Lonzo, Brandon Ingram. You have J.J. Redick. Like, it's not going to be this year, but next year, if you can get something out of Zion, I think he's going to be a mini Ben Simmons. Yeah, that team's going to be pretty good.
Yep. All right, so you get into a full schedule. You only have the 2 games last night. You had the champions getting their rings and playing at home last night, and then you had the epicenter of the NBA now had to be on fire, which was Staples Center. At least the Dodgers.
What do you think of the black court?
It's all right.
Black
it's fine.
court.
It's fine.
He needs a little more blue and red in there.
Yeah, it was fine. It looked different. It's kind of cool. I like the kind of burnt in look that they have it as their mid court circle. It was nice. New court for them. All right, we got to get into this. And JB White, the star wing from Santa Fe High, committed to the Lobos yesterday. And I think that's huge for New Mexico. All the people who say we got to keep the best talent at home are victors yesterday. I don't know how much JB White's going to play. I got to believe he will. This isn't for for next year. It's a class of 2021, correct? But he's 16 years old. I think he's going to continue to get better, get stronger, get bigger. But I think this is kind of a cool thing for Paul Weir, for New Mexico, as you build your brand in state. You got a bunch of guys from all over the world, but to be able to go out and not just say it, but to do it, to keep the best at home, I think this is a pretty big deal.
It's a huge deal, especially with the conversation that's so rabid, whether it comes to football or basketball, keeping prospects here. There's going to be opportunities, but higher level prospects like this, they're few and far between. There's a lot of athletes that can play, but to the level that some are always expecting, it's going to be really fun to watch the next year. JB White as well, before he gets to the University of Mexico, it's the first commit for 2021. already to go along with the 3 guys that committed for next season. And he's overcame a knee injury last year, one of the most exciting players in the state, and it's just huge because you talk about the PR game, in-state recruiting. It's a home run for Paul Ware and the Lobos.
Oh, that's right. And if you've got some JB White stuff, I'd love to hear from you today. 246-0610 or 888-922-0610. Jeff Reuter from The Athletic's going to be with us coming up at 8:30. We're going to talk USL postseason. Is it fair? Can we ask him? Is it playoffs or postseason? I care. It's postseason.
Playoffs.
Yeah, it's playoffs to me. Yes, it's playoffs to me. So we're going to go there. If you're on the phone, please stay there. We're going to get to you when we get back at 246-0610. Guys, have you found yourself maybe feeling sluggish, just don't have that same energy you used to have, or maybe you want to take care of some hair loss, struggling with erectile dysfunction or weight loss? Fellas, you don't have to struggle anymore. You can call NewMail and you can feel like you again. It's not going away simply by ignoring it, and certainly there's nothing to be ashamed of. Low T, erectile dysfunction, lack of energy, all of those are natural when men reach a certain age. You do not have to accept it anymore. Call NewMail at 505-652-1688. That's area code 505-652-1688. You can feel better. Men everywhere are making the call. They're enjoying the benefits of NewMail's cutting-edge programs, the latest treatments taking care of low T, lack of energy, depression. NewMail is going to help you feel like you again. Call NewMail, 505-652-1688. They're right here in Albuquerque, and NewMail boasts fantastic success rates. That means guys, maybe like you, are regaining their strength, their confidence. If you're suffering from ED, depression, or just flat out tired of being tired, NewMail is for you. Make the call to NewMail, 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, and feel better.
Sports Animal Time is 8:10 here on a Wednesday morning. Let's take a look at that traffic out there. This report is sponsored by Chili's, 3 for $10 now delivered. We have a new accident crash. We have a new crash that is on the ramp to eastbound I-40, affecting the right lane. Our earlier minor crash on eastbound I-40 near 12th Street has been cleared, and we still have that disabled vehicle on northbound Coors at I-40 blocking the right lane. Chili's delivery means you get Chili's 3 for $10 wherever you are in just a few taps, which makes everywhere you go a Chili's. So hi, welcome to your house or your office or the meat lover section of your in-laws vegan barbecue. Chili's.com/delivery. Together we Chili's. And if you see an accident, make sure and call us on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
There's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it.
Lobo Talk. I'm your host, Rob.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
Guys, have you found yourself feeling sluggish, just don't have the energy you used to have, or do you want to take care of your hair loss, struggling with erectile dysfunction or weight loss? It's Jeff Siembieda, and fellas, you don't have to struggle anymore. Call NewMail and you can feel like you again. It's not going to go away just by ignoring it, and certainly there's nothing to be ashamed of. Low T, erectile dysfunction, lack of energy, they're all natural when men reach a certain age, but you don't have to accept it. Call NewMail at 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, and you can feel better. Men everywhere have made the call and are enjoying the benefits of NewMail's cutting-edge programs, the latest treatments taking care of low T, lack of energy, depression. NewMail is going to help you feel like you again. Call NewMail at 505-652-1688. Right here in Albuquerque, NewMail boasts fantastic success rates. That means guys, maybe like you, are regaining their strength and confidence. If you're suffering from ED, depression, or just flat out tired of being tired, call NewMail at 652-1688 and feel better.
In most situations, it's easy to debate who is the greatest of all time. But when you need collision repair, there's only one clear GOAT. Quan's has won a Best of the City award for the past 6 years straight. Don't go to any collision repair shop. Go to the better collision repair shop at Quan's Auto Body. Our award-winning customer service and certified collision repair makes Quan's better than the competition. Make the better choice and visit Quan's Auto Body in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho.
Get ready to win with these sports animals pick the pros. Register at our website, sportsanimalabq.com, and make your football picks every week. Grand prizes, an ultimate man cave power recliner, and a flat screen TV. Full details and rules at our website. These sports animals pick the pros. Brought to you by Quant's Auto Body, American Home Furniture and Mattress, and 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Hey, it's Michael Carlisle. By now, you've probably seen commercials from national companies that promote 100% online mortgage loan with no human interaction. Don't fall for it. I suggest you call Ben Lucero at Indigo Mortgage instead. On the surface, an online mortgage loan might sound easy, but applying for a mortgage isn't like buying a new pair of shoes. You're a real person making a real decision on the biggest financial transaction of your life. You gotta ask, is the real person for the 100% online lenders for the benefit of you, the consumer, or for them, the company? Mortgages are very complex and more than just plugging numbers in and locking in a rate. You might have questions, and have a friendly, caring professional is the only way to get the answers you need. You're not a transaction, you're a person. Nobody cares more about your mortgage loan than Ben Lucero and his team at Indigo Mortgage. Call them at 836-5700.
Last spot.
At indigomortgage.net. A local lender who wants what's best for you. 836-5700.
NMLS 188348.
Albuquerque's Lobo Station, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Football tomorrow night. Redskins, Vikings. Who do you like tomorrow night? Well, I know what team you like.
Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
If Adam Thielen is ruled out, which you probably expect in a short week after he left with the hamstring.
Colorado State?
Johnson, former Colorado State receiver.
New Mexico Bowl? No?
No.
Last year, right? So 2 years ago he played. Pretty sure. All right, it's the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal. You can watch us over on ProView Networks. Jeff Ruder from The Athletic is going to be with us at 8:30.
They get NFL receivers at Colorado State, that's for sure.
They do. Big, tall NFL receivers. You can get into the NBA started last night. World Series 5-4. Washington over the Astros. Juan Soto with the big night for the Nats. 3 for 4. He had 3 RBI, a home run scoring double. We can get into the...
I didn't get George Springer pulling Ronald Acuna.
By watching the ball and not running through it?
Could he have been on third?
I believe he should have, yeah.
Then
yes.
he would have scored on the second.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Yes. Yeah. Not a lot of talk about it because he doesn't have that reputation. Mm-hmm. And because he's the guy coming through.
He does hit home runs.
Yeah. But
all
yeah.
the time in the World Series.
I thought as I saw it, man, that better be out because you're watching it like it's BP. Yep, totally agree. Edward, good morning. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline.
How'd you gentlemen like to be 20 years old, pounding home runs in the World Series like Mr. Soto?
It'd be good.
That not incredible?
I'd like to be this old and do it.
In big moments, he just, that was incredible. I was telling my son before the series started, if they can find a way to beat Verlander, not the gentleman they beat last night, I think they would stand a chance. But Verlander hasn't entirely been on his A game the last, few starts. So it'll be interesting tonight. I'm hoping the Nationals can get a win tonight. And then, the Astros won't have to win 4 out of 5 games, which you have to face their starter a few more times. And you know what? My mathematical mind perplexes me. I watch these home runs, and the fence says 400 feet. The ball hits traveling at a velocity, still on a trajectory, 30 feet above the fence, and the announcer will say, it was a 408-foot home run. I never really understood the lack of mathematics or science there and the lack of parabolic mathematics.
I think that's all somehow equated into their equipment, which I don't understand either, but it is equated into like where it is, trajectory, velocity.
Not where it could land.
Right. Oh, it's not where it could land?
No.
Oh, it's just where
like if it hits off a wall, you can't then add like 50 feet
I thought
to it.
was that. All right.
Yeah, JJ, I think you're exactly right. But any logical mind would say, boy, that thing probably would have traveled
a mile.
Yeah, 500 feet.
Yeah.
But did you say earlier in the first hour you were walking and there was some high school boys and they were overusing the term like?
Yeah. I was at a cross country meet the other day, and yeah, just watching these three boys walk by, and the boy had me 10, 11 times like in one sentence. It was unbelievable.
Boy, I don't know if that's awesome or just slap-worthy, and with no harm intended to anyone. And today, as you said, is National Slap Your Coworker Day.
Slap Your Annoying Coworker Day, I believe. Yeah.
I don't want to get slapped happy in the hallways of the sports animal. That's why I'm not going to talk Patriots today. Hey, I do have a point about the NFL this weekend.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Carr, the quarterback of the Oakland Raiders, who has a self-proclaimed Kobe mentality, by the way, he lunged over the goal with the ball and lost possession, which is the same exact play in the same exact location that he did 2 years ago against the Dallas Cowboys. And I think that's a change the NFL needs to make. It's just too punitive to the offense.
Why? Why? No. Why? So I heard that during the broadcast on Sunday. And I know Andrew Siciliano was saying on the Red Zone. I know a lot of you don't like this rule. If you fumble through the end zone, why do they need to make that change? That's absolutely the right rule. If you fumble the ball, it goes through the end zone in any other situation, then it's a touchback. Like, why? Don't do it. Stop it with that. What do you want to see? Like, what should be out where? Should the runner get rewarded for fumbling the ball through the end zone to give the ball back at the 1 yard line?
I don't know if you could call it rewarded, but just think about it, Jeff. I mean, it's been a rule forever, right? But I think if you're driving and you're at the goal line, and I'm not saying if the guy intentionally reaches over and they slap it out of his hands, but you're penalizing the offensive team so significantly.
Yes.
Fumble.
It's
maybe,
a fumble.
Maybe get the ball at the 20. Maybe get the ball, at the 20. But
so the team that fumbles through the end zone should get the ball at the 20 and first down again, and get to start all over. What?
So you're in full agreement. I'm just trying to get clarification. So you're in full agreement with the rule as it stands?
Absolutely. Yeah, I see no problem with it. It's a high risk, high reward play. You're diving and extending the ball, and if you hold on to it, you get rewarded with a touchdown. And if you fumble through the end zone, that's the rule, man. I just see no way you fumble. It's a touchback. If you fumble another ball, if you fumble a ball and it trickles all the way through the back of the end zone, what's the play? What's the rule? It's a touchback. Why would you make it any different at a different point in the end zone?
You have some valid points. To me, it just seems that it's very punitive against the offensive team. But don't reach across the end zone with the ball if that's the case. And what coach coaches that incessantly? Bill Belichick tells his players, do not reach across the goal line and lunge across the goal line with the ball.
Just don't,
because you have a chance to lose it.
Yeah.
Anyway, the 5-star picks are percolating, so one of them may be unleashed tomorrow.
Ooh.
I hope you guys have a great. I hope you guys have a great day.
See you. I'm glad he brought that up. Where are you on that goal line, the pylon rule? If you reach for the pylon, if you have possession, you hit the pylon, it's a touchdown. If you lose possession before you hit the pylon and it goes through the end zone, it's a touchback. You fumbled out of bounds through the end zone. What's the issue?
I don't have an issue with it. I'm surprised how many people have an issue with it.
Yeah.
It's a fumble. It hurts you at an inopportune time, but that's why you don't fumble the football. Like, it goes back to me like the quarterback sneak thing with Patrick Mahomes. How so many people were like hot taking that. Like,
don't sneak it.
Andy Reid, you're an idiot. What are you?
That's so stupid.
Where was that same fire when Tom Brady was sneaking 5 times in a row the other night to end the game? It wasn't there, but you just
when he scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, you just react to a player getting hurt, and all of a sudden Andy Reid's an idiot, and then people are like, no, Andy Reid was wrong in this. Like, this is one. It's like, why would you want to reward the offense? Yes, it's a harsh penalty because you fumbled the football. You're not. And I use the same logic. Like, you're not saying, oh, you only fumbled the football at the 50-yard line, so you should get it back.
No.
Like, it's different rules. If it goes out of bounds at that point in time, no one gains possession, you hold the ball. But going through the end zone.
What would you do? I never even heard that suggestion. Give him the ball back.
Well, I think they want to
carry
over the same thing, where if you fumble any other place it goes out of bounds, it's not a change of possession. It's, we just fumbled
Well,
out of
because it
bounds.
didn't go through the damn end zone.
but
It went out in the field of play.
Exactly. But the end zone is different, and I don't have a problem with that rule. Because a lot of these ones you see, and I know the Derek Carr one he's talking about,
I do
he
too.
reaches it out, it comes out of his hand and goes forward. Look, that's a fumble through the end zone touchback.
You make that play because the potential reward, right? There's a high reward on that play. A touchdown. The risk is you fumble it through the end zone. That's a high risk, high reward play. Like at some point, if you don't pull that off, you got to be penalized. It can't all be in favor of the offense on that. You can't give him the ball back at the 1 yard line or go out. Well, let's decide. Let's go replay. Here, let's throw another thing to replay. Well, so we're not going to turn the ball over. Let's go replay and decide where he lost possession and put it back there and give him another down. And we stop the clock because very often it's in a tight game situation at the end of a game. And let's give him another one. No, if you fumble the ball through the end zone, anywhere else through the end zone, right, it is a touchback. This is one of those where people lose their minds, and I don't understand it. Stop doing that. It's a high risk, high reward. If you have big hands and you can hold on to the football, that's great. If you fumble through the end zone,
my thought is this: so, like, if you fumble and it goes out of bounds, the offense gets to keep the ball, right? Because
the last team with possession keeps the ball.
Okay, so why is it not that way if it goes
out? Because it's
the
not in
end?
the field of play. It went out of the. It's
Okay.
not anymore in the regulation field of play. Went out through the
You
end
get
zone.
a break fumbling it in the other part of the field.
Yeah.
The end zone, it's, we just threw the football through the end zone. Let's get it back at the 1. It's like,
Yeah, why would you reward them for fumbling it out of bounds?
Well, I'm not talking about rewarding them getting better field position. I'm just saying, hey, just keep the ball if the defense was not able to gain possession.
So let's say a guy goes in and he gets hit at the 1 yard line and fumbles, and there's one of those scrums in the ball. They bounce it around, and it goes out the back of the end zone. Is that different? Or should he get the ball back at the 1?
Yep, just get it back right there.
Why?
Because you fumbled and the defense wasn't able to get
So
possession.
the end zone should be like any other place on the
I
field.
would say so, yeah.
I totally disagree with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, respectfully.
I mean, I'm just thinking, hey, I think that would solve the problem. I mean,
I don't think there's a problem.
To me, there's not an argument. It's just people that feel so bad about the offense just hold on to the football.
But if it's that way on the other part of the field, why can't it be the same in the end zone?
High risk, high reward, man. High risk, high reward. You're at the end of the field. You're at the end zone. It's different. The end zone is different than the rest of play. The end zone is different than the rest of play. It just is. All right, we'll talk soccer when we come back. Jeff Reuter from the Athletic is going to be with us. We'll talk postseason tonight. United and Sacramento Republic. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits, not just a job, at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Season tonight, United and Sacramento Republic. 8:30 Mountain Time is the start. Big party right behind us, or in front of you, behind me. Out here in Civic Plaza, there'll be a big watch party.
Plaza, I know they're doing Salt Yard East.
Yep.
Of course, Star Brothers, always a place to go as well. So all over the place tonight. On a Wednesday night, people will be watching soccer.
Jason's wearing his United game day gear, so everybody's ready to go. At least here in New Mexico they are. It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck. Hoser's producing for you on the radio side. Jason's producing for you on the television side over on ProView Networks as we simulcast this show worldwide. And no matter where you are, like even if you're Jeff Reuter from The Athletic, you could watch the show. I'm looking for stories out of Sacramento. And I wonder how much Sacramento's into the match tonight, or is it bleep this USL stuff? We're going to the MLS. Let's talk a little soccer. Jeff Reuter joins us from The Athletic. Morning, Jeff. How are you?
Doing well. How are you two?
Excellent. It's game day, match day, and is first of all, I had one guy call. Is this the playoffs or is it the pre-playoffs?
You can call this the playoffs, but I mean it's a little bit like March Madness. Where if the Lobos are drawn to that weird kind of 65
the first
and 68.
Four? Yeah.
Yeah, like the first 4 kind of thing, but it's the first 8. It's part of the new format this year. This is something that's unique for the 2019 season and will continue on here. Instead of having 8 teams all just kind of go into a fixed bracket, you're going to have 7-10 and 8-9, the highest advancing seed. So that's probably the 7, 8, or I guess 9 could be. Will play against the second best team in the West or East, respectively, and then the lowest seed. So if
New Mexico advances as a 10 seed, they get number 1. They get Phoenix.
That's right, guaranteed.
Jason just found a picture of you, put you up on, we're simulcast television around the world. You got good hair, dude. That's a nice sports coat.
Yeah,
nice hair.
Groveland Barbers, they call it if you're ever in town.
Yeah, no, that's good. All right, so break this one down a little bit. Where do you think Sacramento is? Right, the big announcement on Monday of this week that they're moving to MLS, and as JJ and I were just talking about, that has no bearing, zero on today. None of those players are there. It's in a couple of years they're moving up to build a new stadium, but it feels like just sitting where we are and looking for some info on this game, it feels like they're all abuzz about that, and I wonder how much they're into tonight.
Yeah, there's actually a track record of teams post-MLS announcement really kind of stumbling out of the gates with the lower division side. Minnesota United in their final year in the NASL missed the postseason entirely. Orlando City in their final year of the USL won the regular season and lost in the first round of the playoffs. Last year, FC Cincinnati won the regular season. At the time, set a record for points, now surpassed by Phoenix Rising.
Wow.
They barely beat the 8th seed Nashville last year on penalty kicks, and then they ended up losing in the second round as well. So there is a precedent to suggest that this team could kind of have that split focus. And I know that it's 2022. It's not next season that they'll be moving into MLS. But there still will be a couple of players who are like, you know what, I'm young enough, I'm good enough, I'll progress well enough, and I know this club. I feel like I have a chance to be on that 2022 roster. And once that seed gets planted in your head, it's so hard to so easy to lose your focus on the game in front of you, especially in a game like tonight against New Mexico.
Now, Jeff, you look at these two teams, and both had their moments being high up the table, but as the season went on, I think they kind of settled into who they are at this point in time, despite the Open Cup run and the start to the season, and we saw some of the holes with New Mexico United not being able to finish those games, but getting the biggest of breaks for Colorado Springs to somehow come back and tie that game against San Antonio. But coming into this, Sacramento's lost their last 2. How do you see just where the teams are ahead of the matchup tonight?
Well, I mean, it's interesting. In the regular season, the away team won both games. New Mexico pulled out a 2-1 in Sacramento, and then I think Sacramento came right after one of the Open Cup wins and ran show 3-0, if I remember right. So I don't think New Mexico is going to be necessarily nervous going into this game at all, and they shouldn't be, by the way. I think that if you're looking at an expansion club in the USL, the goal should be to make the playoffs in year 1, and that's a successful season no matter what. No matter what you do in the postseason, this is all gravy. This is all the parade. This is all getting your fans together at watch parties at whatever establishment sponsor this radio station. That's really what it all comes down to. But I think that New Mexico is going to be kind of galvanized by this. Yeah, they kind of stumbled across the finish line. That game against Tacoma Defiance is probably one of the more frustrating results, I would imagine, in recent memory for the club. Just given how well Trey Muse, the goalkeeper, ended up playing and how many ridiculous saves there were. But they still made the playoffs. And I know that Sacramento is higher on the table, but they really haven't been able to put it together this year as the finished article. There's been a lot of points left on the table, a lot to be desired from their home form in particular. This isn't an automatic win for Sacramento, and I'm sure that they know that. That's always the case in the USL. But this could be a case where if New Mexico is able to say, look, let's give it everything we've got, season ends if we don't, and Troy LeSen's able to get that all together, there's a very real chance that this is the most likely of these first 4 games tonight and tomorrow that ends in an upset, in my opinion.
He is Jeff Reuter. You can read him on The Athletic. He's with us. We're talking USL postseason as United plays tonight in Sacramento.
Well, Jeff, you see the USL, the size of the league now, and they made these changes. MLS had a new postseason format as well. As both leagues keep growing, where do they go? And especially when you get to the end of the season and how they're going to determine who the champion is.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a certain point. I think yesterday Don Garber said some saucy little line at Sacramento around the effect of, I think someday MLS will be bigger than 30, but I don't see it happening soon. And that's just going to continue to be a calling card for not just MLS, but the USL. As long as you have people with their checkbooks out saying, how many $200 million? Yeah, I'll go make that check. That's fine. As long as you have buyers like that, why would you ever close the door? So I think that what you would get to is eventually having maybe a 40-team league. This is probably about 40 years down the road. A 40-team league where you have it split into like the equivalent of like the American League and the National League in baseball, where it's not necessarily geographic because that gets kind of messy. But you have two separate leagues playing against each other. This is going to be the time where some listeners would say that's a chance for promotion and relegation. I doubt it with the structure of MLS. But with the USL as well, I think that there's going to be probably 6 more. Talking with Jake Edwards over the summer meetings in Orlando this year, he said there'd probably be about 6 more championship clubs, and then they want to shut it. And there's going to be some moving down, obviously, like the MLS 2 teams will most likely be moving to League One. League One will be the mass expansion league for the next decade. But at a certain point, you have to stop looking at, okay, how big is our real estate? How good is our franchising model? And how well are these clubs performing?
Yeah, how good's our
Because you've got
product?
clubs like Fresno FC that are finishing 3rd in the Western Conference and are 50-50 not to play next year because they didn't make enough money, or the baseball diamond isn't working for them to play in, or the ownership is disinterested. You need to be able to make sure all of these clubs are fortified, and that's going to be the next ring, especially in the USL.
Hey, Jeff, explain, because there's been a lot of people around here, and certainly premature after 1 year, and certainly a successful year, and attendance-wise successful. Well, when are we moving up? When are we going to – and to tap the brakes, it was a $5 million entrance fee into the USL. It's $200 million franchise fee and probably climbing into the MLS. So explain for the people who are sitting here thinking, okay, after all this success, New Mexico's got to be in line for some sort of MLS expansion. It kind of walk people through the process and tap the brakes a little bit.
Well, first of all, I don't think New Mexico would get it before Phoenix. Just in terms of if you're looking for a Southwest club, I think Phoenix Rising has lot of the infrastructure ahead of them. So there's that. But I think that if you are looking at what this process looks like, first MLS has to acknowledge that they do want more clubs. Right now they're sitting at, I want to say, 27 officially confirmed, and there's a few that seem pretty obvious that haven't been announced yet. Actually, the last obvious one was Sacramento. So now we're back into this kind of musical chairs game. We have one very expensive chair, and you're going to have probably about 20 different cities across the United States and Canada who are trying to get that chair. What it's going to take is you need to have 3 components to it. Basically, you've got to have rich ownership. That's pretty easy, especially if it's locally facing. Must get that in a second. And you need to have a successful culture and history of soccer. And I think Albuquerque in the first year, you really can't find many USL clubs, or MLS clubs, by the way, who have come in with just the sheer veracity of fan support that New Mexico United has seen this year. It really is something admirable from a national standpoint. But the issue, of course, is going to be that soccer-specific stadium. And I think the question of what's next for New Mexico isn't MLS, shouldn't be MLS, by the way, because the USL is a fantastic league to be in. And I think that there's some really good, like you said, the difference of the expansion fee. I think that there's some serious potential if you do it right to make this something that's even bigger within your market, because it's all controlled by the club and not by the league like MLS is. You need that stadium, though. And until you get that soccer-specific stadium, and as long as you have to stay in a minor league baseball park, it's going to hamper the potential of a club to be able to control their own income, to control their own atmosphere, to build out exactly the vision they have. And it's really hurt some teams after a while who have been fantastic because they can't solve that.
Interesting. Jeff, it's a good conversation. Let's do it again as the playoffs go on, but appreciate you spending some time with us today. Again, you can find him over on The Athletic. He is Jeff Reuter. Jeff, enjoy the soccer today. We'll talk soon.
That was good. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you. Jeff Reuter from The Athletic. It's a good conversation. I just wanted somebody else, another voice, to explain, because I know you hear it, after one really successful year. All right, we're going to MLS, and, Sacramento just got it easy.
No, there's so much more that goes into it. And I'm fascinated about the conversation of the top 2 leagues, which is MLS, a USL championship, because there are a lot of big markets in the championship. What's going to be the stopping point? And then what is as you said, the product? How do you continue to have a good product? There's going to be bad teams in any league, but if you're getting 30, and then he said he could see 40 teams in Major League Soccer, which is just outrageous. Like, what's the point? What's going to keep people involved? So I'm also fascinated about the future of the championship when you have good soccer teams. Like he just said it, Fresno, they're third place. Right. And they might not even exist next year.
It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, and Hoser. Jason's producing for you over on the ProView Networks. Adam Deal's going to be in at 9:15 on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Good.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits and not just a job at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
Crafters, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters! It's like it never happened!
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your passion and accelerate it into a career and fulfilling life path. Find out why New Mexico Highlands is the right choice for you. Log on to newmexicohighlands.com today.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Hey everyone, Adam Deal here with ProView Networks. Extreme Clean is a proud sponsor.
Yeah, that was an interesting conversation, and I hope it gives you a little bit perspective on the whole American soccer setup, huh? Like the whole American professional soccer
growing.
setup.
And there's a lot of people investing in
40.
it. But what's going to be the point where it's just not good if you get to that level?
Okay, so 40. He said, and now he said years out, right? 40 teams in MLS. And I'm not belittling anything, okay? But I'm going to lean on the established North American professional leagues, right? NFL, NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball. They max out at 32, right?
Yeah, NFL's 32, NBA's 30.
Baseball's 30.
Baseball's 30.
Right, we're right in that 30-32 area. And so they've had issues on dilution of product, on can markets support it? Is soccer going to be bigger than all those that now?
And is it going to have the impact? We can get in this too, that it does other places because there's that extra hope.
What do you mean?
Like, you can go to the top division. You can work your way as a franchise instead of just winning a title, which is nothing to scoff at. But that's when you look at the amount of teams other places, there's another goal.
Well, and also their model's going to be like Sacramento's building a 20,000 seat.
30.
The fact that they're building, and baseball's going smaller now too. But do you think they can support more teams at the top level than baseball, basketball, hockey, football can?
20.
Maybe they do, but certainly not now. And like you said, it's a ways down the line. Opening drive, we're open for you. Wherever you want to go, I'll get you some email.
10.
Back on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Broncos have traded receiver Emmanuel Sanders to the 49ers. Our Mike Garafolo reporting they traded him along with a 5th-round pick in exchange for 3rd and 4th-round picks. Mohamed Sanu was traded to the Patriots Tuesday morning. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reports in exchange, the Falcons get a 2nd-round draft pick. It was one of 3 trades made on Tuesday after a couple of trades were made last week that seemed to have big impacts immediately for the Rams and Ravens. The Lions trading safety Quandre Diggs and a 2021 7th-round pick to Seattle in exchange for a 2020 5th-round pick. Diggs had started 5 of 6 games this season for the Lions. Detroit will be without Kerryon Johnson for the foreseeable future. The Lions' leading rusher placed on short-term injury reserve Tuesday. Johnson suffered a knee injury Sunday and had a procedure done Tuesday. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Does your water stain and damage your fixtures? Does it smell or taste bad? Are you worried about what's in your water? Water quality should not be painful and worrisome. Get HydroCare water systems from Wave Home Solutions with the most advanced purification technologies. Call Wave Home Solutions today at 1-888-973-WAVE or go to wavecleanwater.com. HydroCare will eliminate limescale that causes hundreds of dollars in damage to pipes and appliances without using salt. Well water will no longer smell or stain your fixtures. City water will be purified of harmful chlorine, lead, arsenic, and chemicals. Wave Home Solutions provides the cleanest, healthiest water at every faucet. Satisfaction guaranteed. For more information, call 1-888-973-WAVE, 1-888-973-WAVE, or go to wavecleanwater.com. That's wavecleanwater.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy country.
The Jim Rome Show.
The Sports Animal has been in existence a quarter of a century. This radio station is so amazing. I have been on that station 25 years. I'm really, really grateful for that. Really thankful for that. Albuquerque is an incredible jungle market.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Wealth management. That's just retirement, right? Nope. Babies or college or retirement, Kirtland Financial Services is here to help you prepare for whatever's in your future, whether that future is 4 years away or 40 years away. And your no-obligation consultation is absolutely free. Get started today at kirtlandfcu.org/invest. Kirtland Financial Services. See the whole picture.
Securities and financial planning offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC. Insurance products offered through LPL Financial or its licensed affiliates, not credit union guaranteed.
There's only one place to go for more football fun.
Play Football Frenzy at Isleta Resort and Casino.
Score a touchdown and your team wins up to $5,000.
Football Frenzy now through October 27th at Isleta Resort and Casino.
If you've been injured because someone else was texting or not paying attention, you need a lawyer. I'm Ron Bell. You know me. You know we can help. Injured? Call 898-BELL today.
Albuquerque, New Mexico. How can a fully stocked restroom improve your image? How can serviced fire extinguishers or a first aid cabinet make your employees more prepared? How can comfortable work apparel make your business more productive? For over 1 million customers, the answer is simple. Cintas. Cintas delivers everything you need to open your doors with confidence. Because helping keep businesses well-equipped, clean, and looking their best, that's our business.
Oh, I'm ready.
Get Cintas and get ready for the workday.
Now that you can get your favorite Chili's 3 for $10 meals delivered, anywhere can be your own personal Chili's. So?
Hi, welcome to my house.
Welcome to the meat lovers section of my in-laws vegan barbecue. Burgers, finally.
Welcome to my therapist's office, where it's okay to eat your feelings. And quesadillas.
Welcome to Chili's Delivery. Order online at chili's.com/delivery and get all your favorite 3 for $10 meals, like Cajun chicken pasta, delivered right to you wherever you are. At participating restaurants only. 3 for $10 not available via third-party platforms. Delivery fees apply.
As a former Civic owner, it's fitting that I'm here to tell you about the 2020 Honda Civic family. Like most families, it's packed with different personalities, like the always fun Civic sedan, the sporty and sleek Civic coupe, and the Civic hatchback with its versatile, roomy interior. Named part of the best-selling small car family, all 3 models are now available at your local Honda dealer. So hurry in. There's a 2020 Civic for you. Based on IHS Market RYTD June 2019 for non-luxury traditional compact car segment new registrations in the U.S.
And now more Straight Talk from Straight Talk. The big wireless guys try to saddle you with expensive wireless plans because that's how they earn big commissions.
Saddled? What am I, a horse?
No, you are not. That's why with Straight Talk Wireless, you get our unlimited plan for just $45 a month with 25 gigs at high speeds. No contract, no saddle.
Oh, like a wild wireless stallion.
Uh-huh, sure. Switch today and get America's best networks for up to half the cost. Straight Talk Wireless, everything for less.
Savings may vary. See straighttalk.com.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, 610 KNML Albuquerque, the sports animal.
World Series underway. It was a good one last night. Entertaining good one. 5-4 Nationals win in Houston. Take a 1-0 lead in the World Series. Game 2 tonight in Texas. Steven Strasburg and Justin Verlander, correct, tonight?
Yes.
In Game 2 of the World Series. Opening drive, Jeff Siembieda, J.J. Buck, Hoser, and Jason producing for you. Why do they call you Southwest? Just curious. Saw your little opening, your little promo.
I don't know. I was making all the graphics and
So
I was
you
last.
did it. You self-glossed yourself?
Yeah,
that?
just rep it hard. Southwest.
I mean, I'm just thinking like Ghost Chaser or call you, I ain't afraid of no ghost.
No ghosts.
All right, no ghost. No Sam Darnold. It's the opening drive, 2460610.
Ghost.
888-922-0610. Adam Deal's coming in at 9:15. I think we're going to talk high school sports as well. 2 lines open for you. You ready?
I'm ready.
Hello, Grady. How you living?
Improper soccer term of the OD and the AEM. What's going on?
Man, what's wrong with us? Yeah.
Telling you, I almost turned off the radio. They're using those terms wrong. Terrible.
It was a magnificent strike.
So, hey, I wanted to touch base about old J.B. White signing with the Lobos.
Yeah, old J.B. White.
And coming from, someone up here in this area, I can tell you there's a lot of buzz, a lot of excitement. And if nothing else, from I don't know, from a building more potential fans perspective, I think it's a good move, obviously, for Paul Weir and the Lobos. And hopefully it turns out to be a good move for the kid. Now, Jeff, I'm like you. I don't necessarily get too excited about recruiting news versus until you see those kids, in shorts on the bench or walking down
Coming
the
down
tunnel.
the ramp, yeah.
Yeah. But if it works out and it turns out that, he, shows up, is eligible and plays and all that good stuff, it's going to be a big boost. There are a lot of us up here that have seen this kid play since, middle school. Seen him play AAU ball, high school, and he, seen him develop, and he's a good kid. Like, he'll go to the rec center up here. My son, he knows him, and they'll hang out and play. So it really is a big deal. And I'm talking people from Espanola all the way to Vegas and everywhere in between that have either played against and or with this kid or seen him grow, that will potentially be new quote unquote customers going down there to watch this kid play. Yep. So I for one, I'm excited about it, and I'm a shameless local honk, and I'm definitely happy that a local kid is sticking around and playing. Now, on the other side of that, I'm not one of those people that bashes the Lobos for not having a bunch of local kids either. I understand the process, or at least I pretend to understand that how it works. The kids that are good enough get they get recruited, and the kids that aren't to play at that level, good enough to play at that level, they don't. So it's good that this kid is. So just wanted to hop on that, and looking forward to seeing him play this season. Along with obviously a lot of other teams up here and around the state, but that's a good signing. It's a good sign of the program, and kudos to Paul Weir for really making an effort. I mean, those he and his staff showed up here at Santa Fe High Gym for a lot of functions, a lot of things that you didn't necessarily see in the news or the newspaper. They were present up here, and that counts for a lot.
It's a big deal, man. No, I appreciate it. It's a good perspective from up north. Thank you, Grady. Good to hear you.
Appreciate the time.
I think a lot of people are excited about J.B. White. I'm looking forward to hearing what Adam's got to say about J.B. White. And again, one of the things that everybody wants to do as a coach at one of the state universities is keep the best at home, and it sounds like that's what the University of New Mexico was able to do.
Hey, I don't mean to be the concerning guy, but I know he still has 2 years left. I mean, this is just a verbal commitment, so I mean, things could change, right?
Well, he can sign in signing day's coming up, right?
Can you sign as a junior, though?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Not that I'm aware of.
So you're afraid somebody's going to come in and swoop in?
And I mean, I just that's my worry.
Fair enough. No, that's a fair worry. It's not like it's never happened before. Hello, Lance.
Good morning, Mr. Stress Amigos. See, that's a product of having to live in Albuquerque. Hoshway is worried somebody's going to come stealing.
That's right.
Already, it is happening. And two, J.B. White at Grady was an awesome call. I mean, I don't know. I'm in a third world. At least Grady gets internet where he lives in the mountains. Where is he from? What school is it?
Well, Santa Fe High.
Oh, awesome. That's fantastic. Good job, Coach, for keeping him here. And I got a question about tonight's soccer game. Here I am watching soccer. Who would have ever thought? And I think it's on Estra Elite, the TV again, which is funny because it's an English guy, on a Hispanic station, with this English accent. Speaking, the whole thing is just cool. It's so cool. But is there overtime in these playoffs, or do we have these stupid ties and I have to go through a points deal? I don't know.
No. So here's how they'll play an overtime period, right? And then will it be a 30 or 15 or 2 15s?
She's 2 15.
And then if it's not broken by then, they go to a shootout.
The kicks. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. I'm learning. This is educational station. People don't understand it, and I hope they learn how not to live by going through me on the thing. And also, too, the fumbling in the end zone. See, a good caller like Edward brings up stuff to where people call in after. I try to do that and cause arguments through the whole time I've been calling in.
Right.
And I take pride when people even call in and trash me because I started some crap, but they called in the station, and the fumbling into the end zone, I'm not sure which way Edward's going on that. But no, that's the deal in the red zone. I mean, that's why it's so protective in the red zone, and it gives the defense a chance in case one big play can just make the whole game change. You still have a chance down there. If you make that guy, if he's leaping over to fumble into the end zone and get the ball back, the whole game changes momentum again. It makes it really fun. And by the way, Sanders, he's always had the dropsies. And see that
we didn't want him anyway.
Yeah, I didn't want him around anyway. He's blown so many games in the past by just dropping.
Who needs him?
I think you're thinking about Demaryius Thomas.
Who needs him?
Who needs him? And plus, they got some big young wide receivers. If we could block long enough for somebody to throw the ball down, that's why perfect thing for San Francisco is like at least they have linemen to where he can go deep and
who needs him?
Be wide open.
Yeah.
Denver's just terrible. Yeah. And this is one of those calls where you hang up, but I'm still talking.
No, we're still here, but you're about done. You're about done.
And but anyway, and two, JJ might know this one.
Two? Did you say two?
Nephew,
number 2? TWO.
The 6'11" player for the Nuggets.
Nikolai Jokic?
No, it's a guy that didn't play last year, and they're talking all about
him.
He
Michael
plays
Porter
all
Jr.
Forward
he's ready to go. Michael Porter Jr. from Missouri?
Yeah. So the Nuggets are going to be really something this year, and I'm looking forward to anything that wins. Bring me some winning. Come on, Coach, bring me some winning. Come on, Nuggets. Let's go. The soccer team. I'm so happy to watch that tonight. I hopefully can do it. Right. And then God bless America, and God bless the sports animal.
See you, Lance.
He's getting better.
No, you're absolutely. He's more focused.
Yeah, he definitely is.
You know, he had a couple good points, good questions. But to his point on the fumbling through the end zone, like why would you not penalize? If you're going to high reward this thing, you dive at the pylon and it's a touchdown. If you fumble it through the end zone, you lose possession.
You already get the benefit of the doubt as a runner. All you have to do is cross the plane with possession. You don't have to finish the run with possession like you do a catch, so you get the benefit there. It's if the ball comes out of your hands before you cross the plane, it's a fumble.
Point. That's a great point. So the play is over once you cross the plane of the end zone, right? If you have possession. So the play should be over once the ball crosses, you lose possession. That's how it is, man. Like I don't know why people are so
as a runner.
Yeah.
That if you're holding on to it, you cross, boom, you don't have to complete the action of the run and fall down in the end zone with the football.
I can't agree with you more. I can't agree with you more. All right, Deal's going to be in, I think. We're going to talk high school football. Hey, mortgages and home loans can be complicated. But you can take the mystery out of home buying with Kirtland Federal Credit Union. Go over to their website. You'll find blog articles about how to get mortgage ready and learn about the available mortgage programs. Kirtland Federal Credit Union also offers seminars so you can gain firsthand knowledge of the process and meet the Kirtland Federal Credit Union home loan team. And be sure to check out their next Home and Brew event. Hosted at local breweries, Home and Brew events invite you to drop by after work. You can have a beer and get a fun look at the mortgage process, ask a few questions, and meet the Kirtland Federal Credit Union home loan team and take home some fun goodies. To find out the next Home and Brew event, get over to their website. It's kirtlandfcu.org/events. That's kirtlandfcu.org/events. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. They are more than military. They are for life. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender, federally insured by the NCUA.
4K.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits and not just a job at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Bar.
Lobo Talk tonight here on the Sports Animal. Robert Portnoy and Bob Davies, 7 o'clock every Wednesday here on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal. And tomorrow night we'll get your NFL week started with a big Washington Redskins Minnesota Vikings matchup. It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, the Golden Hoser producing for you on the radio side. Jason Pohl in his game day attire, all ready to put me in, Coach. Match day attire. Ready to go. He's producing for you on ProView Networks. And Adam Deal is here. I wasn't sure you were coming because I wasn't sure if you talked to people without British accents or what the deal is anymore. So.
Well, yeah, no, only go on radio with people with British accents.
All right.
That's, you know.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Well, how you living? You good?
Everything's great,
All
man.
right. All right. Well, I want to get into the high
Time of the
school
year.
stuff. It is. But everybody's talking about J.B. White and the big commit, New Mexico able to keep what I guess, and I haven't seen nearly as much as you have, the best player in the state. Is he the best player in the state and they kept him home?
Yeah, he's definitely the best player in the state. And you could say that, I think even him as a sophomore, well, all right, I'll say he's the best talent in the state. Maybe the best player in the state has proven himself as Josiah Ramos. He's won 2 state championships in a row and just been you did his game.
Love
That's right. So I mean, I'd give him that honor. I don't want to take that away from him because he's earned it. I think Josiah, he's not going to get a D1 scholarship because of his size.
5'2"?
He could be a Greg Brown in my opinion, but
What is he? 5'7"?
He's 5'6", I think.
Okay.
He's tiny.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So then, that being said, best talent by far in the state. It's
Really,
J.B.
by
White.
far. Okay.
Yeah, and it's because he can dominate a game in so many different ways. He's a smart player too, like really smart. He's obviously starting to get physically bigger, like built like shoulder wise. He's always been kind of tall
He's
and
16
lanky.
years old.
Yeah. So and he's starting to, you can see he's starting to fill in, right? And he's in the weight room and stuff, things you should be doing. But he's a smart player, so he'll be on the low block, of course, in high school and dominate. But the way he passes, the way he moves the ball.
Yeah, he's got to definitely, even with his size, if he expands his game, perimeter, ball handling, that's what's going to make him pop.
He has to, but he's doing that already. Now, Santa Fe coincidentally went to the state championship last year without J.B. White. That's just, I think goes to
Was he
Zach
hurt?
Cole and how good. Yeah, he dislocated his knee.
Injury.
And so that's like a 6-week injury. And he could have maybe came back. He was warming up with the team in the state tournament, but they didn't want to risk it. So, I mean, they probably would have won with him. There might be favorites this year with him. I mean, that's how good he is. So this is great because so many people are after J.B. White. He's a top 50 prospect. So many schools are after him.
Who else was really seriously in the running?
So Washington.
Yeah, that's
Washington
what I
is
kept
big
hearing Washington and the Dave Rice
Also
connection.
Oregon.
Right.
Okay, so there's a few in the Pac-12 that really want him, which I heard Grady's phone call, and I know or no, maybe it was Josue who said afterwards that said, like, okay, well, maybe, he's going to get swooped up. Well, he's already getting, there's already big colleges going after him right now, and I think it's a good sign that he committed to New Mexico. This is what we want to see, right, is our local guys that are good stay here. We've been talking about this in football, right? Like, I know it brought a lot of controversy. Why would you want to stay here? Well, I think that Pitt is still special, man. And I think Paul Weir's doing a really good job with recruiting, right? Like, you have to say he is. Well, I guess we're going to find out when these games start, but it just seems like the talent is falling here. Wouldn't you agree, JJ?
Yeah, and this is one where it just sounded like you read the articles from Jeff Grammer this morning, and he was comfortable. He appreciated the early connections he had with Paul Weir and the Lobos. And, man, that's still you're talking about a junior in high school. That's a hard decision to make and then be satisfied with it because so much is changing. You're changing. Your game's going to change.
I also think it takes a lot of pressure off and a lot of decision-making.
Right,
and
now you just go out and
just go play now. Yeah. So I like that he made it quick. Now, does that mean he's signing next year for sure, 100%? We've seen this flip 1,000
So he can't
times.
sign this November.
No, he's
right?
got to sign next November. I believe.
It's a lot can happen.
I don't think
year.
juniors can sign letters of intent.
Yeah, it's a lot of time.
We've seen it flip like a million times, right?
And
then he's going to sit there with 9 hats in front of him, and he's going to rip off a jersey, and then under that jersey there'll be the actual shirt that he's going to.
And ProView will cover it and make it worldwide.
We actually probably will cover it.
Of course. Adam Deals here from ProView Networks. We're talking high school sports, so that's a big one. And here we are now, right down the stretch, high school football. It's getting cold. It's getting intense. It's getting serious, and you got the big matchups.
Yes, so the 1 versus 2 this last week did not deliver the promising game that we wanted, but what it did deliver is a promising number 1 is Volcano Vista, and they are definitively just proved themselves as number 1. If anybody had any questions, I did still. So, when they hammered Cleveland like they did, they have this 1-2 running back punch. It kind of reminds me of Thunder and Lightning when the Tennessee Titans had
Eddie George. No,
it's going to be the really fast Chris Johnson. Is it Chris Johnson? Really fast running back, and then the Thunder was
Lendo White.
Lendo White, yeah, Lendo White. Remember that really good year.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's.
Why are you laughing at Lindell White?
Yeah, well, he was a hefty
Lindell
guy.
White, man.
Thunder White.
So Jimmy Gallegos is the pound running back. Like, he gets through hard tackles and gets those hard yards, and he can break some stuff and get big yards. He had 3 touchdowns, and then Isaac Chavez might be the best running back right now in the state. Now, I say that, and I feel bad for saying that because Dorian Lewis, I finally really got to see him, and I'll just be honest, it's not Dorian Lewis that we saw last year, Jeff. The one that was making 300 yards, 5 touchdowns. That being said, a lot of people say his offensive line is different. That may be true. Watching him physically cut, he's just not where he was. Now, that doesn't mean he can't get there. I'm just saying, from my own eyes, that's what I saw. Isaac Chavez had over 200 yards rushing against Cleveland. They could not stop him. He just kept burning them. And to be honest, Diego Pavia looked fantastic at quarterback. That's his only 3rd start of the season.
Were you more impressed with Volcano or more disappointed in Cleveland?
I was more impressed with Volcano. Cleveland was missing their starting quarterback, Jeff Davison. It's going to be a big deal. Cleveland figured some stuff out in the second half. It was 28-7, and then Volcano scored a late touchdown to make it 35-7 in the 4th. I thought Cleveland kind of figured out how to play Volcano. Volcano also took off the burners. So I think if they play again, it'll be closer. I think Volcano, though, definitively have made themselves number 1. But this goes into this next week now, guys, on Saturday. Again, it'll be 1 versus 2, which is the first time I've ever had that happen, where Volcano's now going to play the new number 2, Rio Rancho. And so, that'll be a good game.
Well, it stands out, too, when you look at Volcano Vista and you just, all right, boom, here's the stats, here's what they've done. 64 points against. So that's a defense that's doing work.
Yeah, we're already 7 weeks into the season. 8 weeks, sorry, 8. So we're down to the last 2 weekends. Wow. Think about that. We're down to the last 2 regular season weeks of high school football, which is crazy. State soccer, by the way, starts next week. So it's
you got district cross country next week. Yeah.
Cross country, we'll be doing the state championships for cross country in all classifications, boys and girls, and that's coming up. And then, obviously, this year, if people don't know, volleyball state finals are in a few weeks. But in volleyball, they changed the format now, so it's kind of what everyone wants. It used to be this group play, which is ridiculous. Once you play a whole season, and then they do a mini group play, and then it's like and then they reseed the tournament.
Why?
Well,
Why is
they
that
changed
what
it.
everybody wants?
Well, I mean, they changed it finally. I mean, that's so you could be a 1 seed and then play mini group play where you're playing games of 20, which is ridiculous in itself, and then lose
So it's
one
a
game and then
different-
get an 8 seed, which is
It's a different game than you played all year.
Yeah, so exactly, which nobody got. So they finally changed it. The NMAA and the coaches got together and changed it. So this year it's just your seed, and it's a double elimination tournament like volleyball should be. Except for the finals, it's just whoever's in the finals. You wouldn't have to beat a team twice. So great tournament setup. La Cueva
Sometimes
still
we just
your
try
favorites.
to outthink ourselves.
Yeah,
We do.
This one was bad.
We do.
It was there for years too.
Well, this is how it's done, and this will be better. And we just outthink ourselves. And
get this, they would start 4-4. That would be the starting point.
What?
Because they're used to playing to 25, but they wanted shorter games in this group play. So they start 4-4 as a score when they start. This was old, right? So this is what they did last year. It's just, yeah. I mean, I don't even want to. I want you to think about that, JJ. They would start the game
instead of just saying, "Hey, we're only playing to this." We're just going to start
Who gets those
4-4.
4 points? Who gets those stats on those 4 points? That's what I want to know.
That's a great question. Yeah, team points, team kills. All right. What else am I looking forward to? I saw the Manzano Eldorado
elimination game for Manzano.
Yeah.
Sandia beat Manzano last week in a tight one. Elimination game. Manzano has to win, or they will not be in the playoffs, and that's just fact. Now, Eldorado. I'm not sold that Eldorado is going to go and handle Manzano, but they are a better team. Manzano's defense is very good, so they might be able to hold them. I think a really low-scoring game.
Are you seeing smaller numbers and just smaller kids at the height schools, like the older height schools, whether it's Highland and now Eldorado, Sandia, Manzano, just smaller numbers, smaller kids, and watching the population, the younger population, go out west?
Yep, it's Eldorado's down this year. I know that. I mean, the only one that's up in APS, from what I understand, is Volcano Vista.
As far as enrollment,
numbers, yeah. Or I'm just saying football. Are you talking about? I'm talking about players.
Well, yeah,
but football.
Right.
It's just La Cueva and Volcano Vista. Everyone else is down, like heavy.
Yeah, that's too bad. All right, 2460610. If you want to get in, I got a question on volleyball from you from one of our emailers. We'll get into that.
Yes.
We'll go through what's coming up on ProView, what you can watch, where you can watch. Adam Deal is the executive director of ProView Networks. He is in studio. You're watching him on ProView Networks and listening on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
There's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it.
Lobo Talk. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
American Home Furniture and Mattress. For all your moments, for your best night's sleep, we're here for you, for your home. At American Home, you can get your best night's sleep and get it for free. Get a chance to win your mattress when you buy it at American Home. Choose from the entire line of Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Sealy Queens start at just $299. The guaranteed lowest prices with the state's best sleep guarantee. American Home, New Mexico's #1 furniture and mattress store.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents and Doug.
Limu, I love how we're always looking out for each other. Kind of like how Liberty Mutual looks out for you by customizing your home insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Limu, why didn't you tell me about the uncovered manhole? I was literally just telling you. Limu, I had no idea you could swim.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Upgrade your commute with Audible. Get 100% ad-free listening anytime, anywhere with the Audible app. Be inspired by Mel Robbins' Take Control of Your Life, Malcolm Gladwell's Talking to Strangers, and Rachel Hollis's Girl Stop Apologizing. Or listen to Stephen King's latest thriller, The Institute, on your commute. Use the app to hear an amazing story or learn something new, and let Audible give you the edge. Start a free 30-day Audible trial today, and your first audiobook is on us. Visit audible.com.
Dear movers and shakers, we know how you roll, and we're with you on the tarmac or terrain, in the 2019 RAV4, in the comfy Highlander with seating for up to 8, in the sharp 2019 Toyota Camry with its available cockpit red leather seats. And we're with you in the all-new 2020 Toyota Corolla, loaded with attitude and the latest tech. We're with you. Let's go. Toyota.
Get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new 2019 Tacoma with $1,748 per thousand borrowed, or get $1,500 cash back on Tacoma. Offers end November 4th. Toyota, let's go places.
Includes TRD Pro, APR and approved credit from Toyota Financial Services. Cashback savings from Toyota Motor Sales USA Inc. Does not include college grad or military rebate. Must be applied to the transaction. No cash payment will be made to consumer. Varies by region. See dealer for details. Offers end November 4th.
Visit Toyota of Santa Fe, Larry H. Miller Toyota Albuquerque, or Larry H. Miller American Toyota. For more information, visit toyota.com. Toyota.
Guys, have you found yourself feeling sluggish, just don't have the energy you used to have, or do you want to take care of your hair loss? Struggling with erectile dysfunction or weight loss? It's Jeff Siembieda, and fellas, you don't have to struggle anymore. Call New Male and you can feel like you again. It's not going to go away just by ignoring it, and certainly there's nothing to be ashamed of. Low T, erectile dysfunction, lack of energy, they're all natural when men reach a certain age, but you don't have to accept it. Call New Male at 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, and you can feel better. Men everywhere have made the call and are enjoying the benefits of New Male's cutting-edge programs. The latest treatments taking care of low T, lack of energy, depression. New Male is going to help you feel like you again. Call New Male at 505-652-1688. Right here in Albuquerque, New Male boasts fantastic success rates. That means guys, maybe like you, are regaining their strength and confidence. If you're suffering from ED, depression, or just flat out tired of being tired, call New Male at 652-1688 and feel better.
And now more Straight Talk from Straight Talk. The big wireless guys try to saddle you with expensive wireless plans because that's how they earn big commissions.
Saddled? What am I, a horse?
No, you are not. That's why with Straight Talk Wireless, you get our unlimited plan for just $45 a month with 25 gigs at high speeds. No contract, no saddle.
Oh, like a wild wireless stallion.
Uh-huh, sure. Switch today and get America's best networks for up to half the cost. Straight Talk Wireless, everything for less.
Savings may vary. See straighttalk.com.
The Dan Patrick Show, today at 95.9 FM.
Here we go.
AM 610, the sports animal.
All right. You want to talk some volleyball? That's coming up too. You've seen a lot of that. Adam Deal is in. He is the star of ProView Networks.
Is he, though?
No.
He?
These guys that get us up on, they are the stars. Because I'll tell you what, I that's not like a little sarcastic thing. I mean, I don't know if you've seen like our programming, like the things they're doing now. It's incredible. The graphics and
look at what they're able to do with our show.
I saw Southwest gloss himself. Southwest kicking a soccer ball in an open.
And Jeff, you guys did a game, right? Like last year was Atrisco and Rio Rancho, and I mean Jason Bull's doing.
You were on the camera though, so I got to give you a ton of credit.
Yeah, about
He showed up running a camera.
Jason Bull. I mean, he's doing instant replay.
That's right.
Graphics, everything at the same time.
That's why they get paid so much money.
Yes.
Yeah, the big dollars. All right, I got an email for you. Harold's all over Lobo Volleyball.
Okay.
Question for the real meal deal. Since Adam has seen Lobo Volleyball live, probably more than anyone in the country this season, what's his take on what's wrong? I've heard everything from they're tired, it says, to Lauren Twitty isn't playing like an All-America candidate, to the prior staff leaving the roster so depleted they're having to use girls that, quite frankly, aren't ready to compete at this level.
Yeah, from what I've seen this year, the talent is not up to par on the team. And I guess if that's being brutally honest, it's what I have to do here is I don't think that they have a lot of talent in the team. I think the recruiting has been difficult. Sometimes when you turn over a coach, Jeff Nelson was there for over a decade. So I think when you turn over a coach, sometimes the recruiting process, plus he's not from here. And a lot of people will tell you, much like New Mexico is kind of a soccer state and there's hidden gems here that go D1 and do a lot of good things soccer-wise, they are volleyball as well. It's a very good volleyball state. They compete very well nationally club-wise. There's some very good players here that slip through the cracks, I think, from UNM that don't even recruit them. And a couple of them right now.
Where are they playing?
Well, for example, the Gatorade Player of the Year last year was Bree Mortensen from La Cueva. Best setter I've seen in a long time. New Mexico State. She's at stake. UNM didn't even go after her.
And they got a good program down there.
I'm just
Mike
telling you
Jordan's
right now, UNM could use her right now. And so they're not
What's
even...
a better program? I mean, honestly, Michael
right
Jordan's done a terrific job down there with the volleyball program.
State, I mean, I know Lobos, I think, split with them this year, but...
You look perennially? They got a terrific program down there.
Yeah. No, I mean, and I'm saying why are these Albuquerque girls, though, going to state? They shouldn't be. but they're not even getting recruited by UNM. Just a couple of them are. There are some really good ones right now.
All right, so let's have
that
this
need to be going there.
Let's have this conversation, right? And I've heard it so much, and it's the I don't want to have it the way we always do it with the New Mexico kids. Are there enough of them? I know that there's a stigma. So you bring in, and I don't know John Gonchar very well, the new volleyball coach at UNM, but you bring in a coach from out of state, whether it's for soccer, for volleyball, for whatever, and they hear all the time, there's not enough kids here. Let's try to get 1 or 2 a year, but whatever. Do they downplay? Do they give the kids in this state who have the potential to be D1 athletes, pick your sport, the look that those kids need, that they deserve?
I think it's a couple of things. I think that you come from wherever you come from across the country and you get the job here and you have your recruiting circle already.
That's right.
Right? And so you kind of start there. You start with what you know and what you have and, okay, this is what I want, blah, 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 blah. But I think that maybe it's misleading. You go to New Mexico and you think New Mexico. So I think it's maybe you don't put enough attention until you finally maybe figure it out. That's just my opinion. I don't know if that's accurate. But it's Jeff, I'm just saying, there's really good. Why are all these good girls playing volleyball going to Notre Dame?
Well, Alianza Darley, Grady just said, from Las Vegas Robertson is at UTEP this year.
Yes, and Alianza Darley is fantastic from Robertson. She was amazing. Right. She should be at UNM.
So I hear there's a swell lately, and it's swelled around football because both New Mexico and New Mexico State are struggling. Can you do what you're doing? And New Mexico kids, and I said, well, really, is what you're doing the goal? Like, do you want is winning two games a year? Is that the goal? No, right? Are there more? And we have this conversation a lot. Are there more Division I athletes, pick your sport, or all sports in New Mexico than are getting opportunities? Like, do you see players? And this is what I always ask, right? This is always the question I ask. Tell me who's been overlooked. And I always get this one kid. He went okay. But show me this pile of kids that are getting overlooked.
No, you're right. I think it is what it is. I mean, whoever come out from New Mexico D1, I think it's right. I don't think there's always 1 or 2, right? Maybe that went D2 that probably should have got a shot D1. But I don't think there's not enough attention trying to get them here. Like Paul Weir did a great job getting J.B. White. Like he went out and said, wow, this kid needs to be here, and he went and got him. I think more coaches need to take that route.
I think when it's just program specific, because Heather Dyke does a great job of getting the top local soccer talent.
Yeah.
You're right.
On
100% right.
And if you throw out Notre Dame, I'm never going to be like, oh, you didn't do a good enough job. Like that's going to be a hard battle to win. But if you're not even offering, that's the frustrating part, because there can be an offer, and then sometimes maybe it's a realization of we're not going to be on this kid, so you don't give them as much attention as needed. Because I get Doug Martin, Bob Davey, no one wants to hear it, but what you're going to do at first is with in-state kids, if they're on the fringe, you're going to play the walk-on game with them first and then offer the out-of-state.
What do you want to do? Do you want to walk on a red shirt and take the red shirt at UNM, or go take your scholarship and
at UTSA or at Colorado State or at Western?
Even if it's a smaller college, you know?
I think, and there's going to be the other scenarios where there's going to be young men who just want to go do something different. They grew up here and they got an opportunity. Jordan Bird, Keyshawn Banks, he got an opportunity to go to San Diego, right?
No doubt.
And I know people are here, they should have stayed home. I don't know how you can tell a kid or a young man what he should have done because that's what you want him to do.
Well, I also think volleyball's different. Like football, it's a little bit more difficult of a sell. I mean, volleyball,
Well, no, is it different? Let's say you've got a daughter. And I was never a teenage girl, but I was a teenage boy. But if I had a daughter who had an opportunity to play at New Mexico, and it would be great, or she also had an opportunity to play, pick it, San Diego State, Colorado State, Reno, and she said, Dad, I just want to go do something different. I want to see something different. And I think that's a big part of college for a lot of people is going away, moving away, and doing something, seeing something different. You can come back if you like
understand
it.
that.
And it's hard for me to hold it against that young person, and I hear it a lot.
That's different, though. That's different. So if UNM is aggressively recruiting her,
that's right.
Okay,
that's right.
So that's then that's fine. I understand it. I think everybody understands it, right? I mean,
I don't know that everybody does. No, Dontrell was the outlier. He was highly recruited, stayed home from Roswell, played at New Mexico, made his home here, loves it here. I wish I would have started something, right? You look at the Gentry kid from El Dorado who had the opportunity at Texas.
The story he told this year is the ultimate what if, and you never know what's going to happen. Like he being Dontrell Moore.
Yeah.
Like ultimately, you could see, he's invested in New Mexico, and Rocky Long was able to do, and the others at that time recruiting him won him over. But like one of his big time visits, he was going to go to Notre Dame, got like snowed out, didn't go. I was like, maybe that's a sign I don't need to go to Notre Dame.
Fair enough.
Like there's just like things that come out of nowhere too in these situations. Like we're never going to know like a kid feels about something. Or
I told you the Bobby Newcomb story, right? When New Mexico got in on him late, and he was being recruited by everybody in America. I want to go to Nebraska. I went to Nebraska. Nebraska at the time, this was 1997, was still Nebraska, right? One of the premier football programs in America. And I remember sitting with him in the lobby of the gym at Highland High School. And we turned off the camera, and I kind of tapped him on the chest. I said, so what's it telling you right there? And he says, that place just felt like home. It just, I went up there. I've been up there a couple of times. It just feels right. And I'm getting all this pressure from here. I said, man, you got to do what's right for you. Like, where are you going to feel right?
I don't understand who would have a problem with that, right? Like,
I'm going to tell you, there was a big problem back then, and Franchione supposedly took a lot of heat because, well, you didn't recruit him hard enough, and so they came at him hard at the end. But it was a big issue at the time. It was a big issue at the time.
And I mean, they represent New Mexico still very well. Like Henry Haddis is playing at Stanford.
That's the thing. I think that
Alex won LSU.
But I think that needs to be celebrated more. Whether or not a kid is going D1 or if they're at other smaller schools, is embrace the student athletes that take that next step with whatever jersey they put on. And same thing goes for the kids that decide to play for your school, whether it's New Mexico or New Mexico.
Can't agree with you more. Look at Alex Bregman going to LSU. Who's got a problem with that?
And what does he rep?
New Mexico all the time.
Hard.
And look at the relationship that Ray Birmingham, the baseball coach here.
And does that help him recruit?
Of course it does. And his little brother's playing there now, right? And so Ray recruited him. Mm-hmm. Understood. Wow, he's got an opportunity to go to LSU.
You're going to LSU. Oh, you won a national championship.
We're playing the College World Series. No, you were the number 2 overall pick. Okay. I still love you. Let me help you. And that's
right on.
I mean, that's okay. Good. We're on the same page. Good to see you, man. Sorry about our British accents. They're not very good.
It's great. You guys need to do better. Let's go.
Of course we do. Watch him on ProView Networks. Comcast Channel 26, ProViewNetworks.com. You can watch their social media, YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. Anything else?
That's it.
Enjoy the weekend. Come back, wrap it up with you. I've got a bunch of emails to get through. Jeff, JJ, Hoser, and Jason. Jason's saying here, right? On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dream Style Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dream Style Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits, not just a job, at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe wine.
The opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Billy sent me an email, Jeff at 610knml.com on New Mexico kids, and he said, Jeff, absolutely yes. There are more D1 athletes in the state than get a chance. Royce Olney is the perfect example. No one offered him, but UNM. All the Rocky Long recruiting classes, it gave 4 to 5 New Mexico kids a scholarship, and he won. Otherwise, those kids would not have been given a chance if Davey or Franchione were the coach. The answer is yes. New Mexico kids are not given a chance, and mention names those kids and their families are bashed. Okay. Jason says, signing elsewhere. Good morning, OD. Jeffrey, you asked who would have a problem with the kids going somewhere else. I'm going to recall 2 incidents that stick out in my head. First one being one of your callers becoming upset at the Journal running a story about San Diego State signees, Jordan Bird and Keyshawn Banks. Quote, I don't want to see players who have chosen to play somewhere else in my hometown newspaper, end quote. That statement stuck with me, and maybe he was trying to channel a little Bo Schembechler. The second instance was Alamogordo native Lonnie Holly, I remember this, signing at Texas Tech. And when Tech played at the Pit, and understandably, so the kid was mercilessly booed every time he touched the ball. So, yes, there are a lot of fans who have issues with players signing elsewhere. I think they do too. And that's one I struggle with a bit. You don't know what's right for another person. And I think taking it out on they are still teenagers at that point, 17, 18 years old. J.B. White is 16 as he made his decision. On what's best for you and your future, while it would be great for you to be able to root for that person at your university, I don't know how you can have that animosity towards somebody. I just, it is what it is.
And it also depends where your program is at, whether it's football or basketball. I mean, if it's, right there competing nationally, I mean, yeah, you're going to get a lot of those that might want to come here.
See,
but when things are down, they're going to see what else is out there.
So I'll even give you this. It'll almost be different, even for a kid from Santa Fe to go to New Mexico, right? Because it is kind of getting away from home. Right, I remember when I was ready for college, I went to San Diego from L.A., 2.5-hour drive, but it was away, but it was close, right?
Right.
You've got kids from California going to Alabama, Notre Dame, and you've got kids. There's no exact recipe for this, and each young person is their own. Some want to go away and do something. Some are going for the academics. Some are whatever.
Yeah.
So
you're absolutely right, and I think fans. I mean, yes, colleges should go after them if they have that talent. But as fans, we shouldn't be upset whether they choose, to stay here or not.
I mean,
it's unfortunate. Yeah, you maybe razz them a little bit, but just to do the overkill, I think it's just kind of gets out of hand.
I think all that's right. All right, I want to get through as many of these as I possibly can. Bourne says they couged it. He's talking about, remember we were talking about the Chargers earlier? He said, Jeff, working in Central Washington, you know what that means. Have the Chargers couged more games in the last few decades than any other club in the NFL? Maybe. That's what Washington State calls it when they have a big lead and they blow it late. Larry sent me a note. It said, I'm rooting for United to make a run in the playoffs. I hope they stay at Isotopes Park long term and can be a co-tenant. The atmosphere is special, according to my son, who was fortunate to go this past Saturday for their playoff clinching win. One of the things Jeff Ruder said, right, is they've got to get their own stadium, control the revenue and everything that goes into that. Ren's in on J.B. White. Jeff, why are we recruiting 16-year-olds? Oh, here we go. What are the chances we're, or most D1 coaches for that matter, are still around by the time he arrives on campus? Fitty? By the time he's a senior in 2026, I bet you a brew UNM will have a new president, AD, and men's basketball coach. No, I'm not taking that bet. 2026, what year is this? Of course they'll have a new president, new AD, and a new basketball coach. Yeah. I'm not taking that bet. You're right. So what do you do, not recruit, Ren? I mean, I'm not sure what your point is. Do you not recruit? I mean, you're
yeah, things can change, and we're aware of that, but you still have to go after it.
Fumbling through the end zone. I have a better idea, Jeffy. The defense still gets the ball, but instead of the 20-yard line, they get possession at the point of the fumble, even if that's an inch out. I can entertain that. Bottom line is you shouldn't give it back to the offense, but it's a touchback, right?
I'm with you. I don't think that's a rule that is broken in the NFL.
Yeah, I just don't. I know people are really struggling with that. All right, what do I got tonight? I got World Series Game 2. I got United tonight. There's probably some action somewhere for me to watch as well if I want to flip over and watch some action.
You can get whatever you want tonight. Get some NHL.
Yeah, I got hockey, basketball, more opening games.
Get 11 NBA games on the slate this evening.
11 NBA games. Brooklyn, Minnesota. Indiana, Detroit. Oh, yeah.
Denver, Portland's going to be very good.
Philly, Boston. All right. How do United do tonight?
It's all about the start. This is a team that doesn't respond well to being on the back foot or going behind. You see teams, all right, they get right back into it. For United, it's early chances, play on that front foot, and if they're aggressive, they can win this game.
All right.
Because these teams are, with it being 7-10, this is still a 50-50 matchup. It's tight.
Civic Plaza tonight, 8:30 is the start. They're asking you to get out there by 8 o'clock. They'll have some chairs. You're welcome to bring your own. I guess there's going to be food trucks, and you can buy some beers and hang out. And they're having a big party right here in Civic Plaza to watch United in their first ever postseason game. Playoffs?
That's one word like I can't ever say regular.
Yeah.
What, playoffs?
Especially when you hear it, huh?
Say it. Just
Playoffs.
Say playoffs.
Playoffs.
See, look at that. You just said it regularly.
In the playoffs.
But then in your mind, it's
playoffs. Jim Morris screwed that up for everybody.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah,
Thanks.
He screwed that up for everybody. Game 2 tonight. Astros got to win, right?
Got to win.
Can't lose 2 at home and go on the road, can you? Alex going to break out of his little mini slump? He's going to get a big hit somewhere. He's going to get a big hit somewhere, and it might be tonight. Thanks to Adam Deal. He was with us today in studio. Jeff Reuter from The Athletic also joined us. Jason Pohl produced for you so expertisely.
He's ready for it. He's ready to go. Somos Unidos. He's on board.
On the TV side. Josue produced for you so expertisely on the radio side. Jim Rome Show is next, and Pat
30.
After that. Sports Bar this afternoon at 3 and Lobo Talk. Don't forget tonight at 7 o'clock. All right, go out and enjoy the day. You going to watch at home?
20.
Yes.
All right, enjoy that. We'll come back and bring you more award-winning radio tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll see you tomorrow.